apply online at firstcentralcu.com.
Everything we do for you.
Eligibility and qualifications apply. APY annual percentage yield. Member NCUA.
Don't miss out on our biggest deals of the year during the Black Friday sales event at Allen Samuels in Waco. Experience the adventure, style, and comfort of the new 2023 Jeep lineup, including the Grand Cherokee L, Renegade, Gladiator, Wrangler, and the Wrangler 4xe. Jeep SUVs are known for their
Hello.
from daily commuting to
Hello.
Hurry in and take advantage of these Black Friday deals today and start your Jeep adventure. Shop our great selections of new inventory in-store or online at allensamuelsdcj.com.
Are you a proud Baylor fan? Do you love prizes? The Baylor Sports app allows fans to track their attendance and earn rewards. Baylor Athletics wants to reward the most loyal fans, so register online today at BaylorBoldRewards.com or download the Baylor Sports.
Hello.
Prizes this year are better than ever, so start earning your points today. And sick 'em Bears.
Hello.
You're listening.
Hello, anybody?
On the Baylor Sports Media Network.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
And back with us and joined by Zach Smith of the Waco Tribune-Herald. And, Zach, great to have you with us today. And nice, isn't it, that we're inside at the moment?
I mean, at the moment, it's a sad and dreary day in Waco, but it's a lovely day for football, as we say in East Lansing.
That's very good. Yes, and again, hopefully it won't keep people away. It might, but it is senior night. Be nice to recognize and honor the Baylor seniors in their last game here, and a group that really has accomplished some big things during their time.
You know, they have seen the ups and downs of Baylor football, and they have stuck with it, and I think that's a very admirable thing, and there's some really good just people in this senior class. I think of TJ Franklin, Matt Jones. These are some people that have, they all have very unique stories, and they all have their own unique path to where they're at and what their future holds, but they have, contributed to Baylor and made kind of Baylor a better football team and a better university, and just their commitment is to be commended.
Yeah, very good, very well said. That's true. They've been through a lot of ups and downs, and but a win tonight would be tremendous in a lot of ways, wouldn't it, to end the season with a victory?
I think it would provide some sort of momentum. I know last week after the TCU loss, it seems like the word momentum was just in my vocabulary for a few days on repeat. And, I think a good result here would, just give you some momentum into next season, into recruiting, into all the things that can kind of, the only way to go is up. And a win here, a good result here, would give you some of that, a good bounce headed into next season.
Yeah, very true. Tough task against West Virginia, one of the best rushing teams in the nation. Baylor's run defense has been a bit porous at times this year.
And, yeah, you're right. It has been, not the best, to say the least. But, I think that last week against TCU was one of their better. They took a step forward. I think they allowed only 100 yards, and that was, I think, the best all year. So, you're right. It has been kind of porous, but, maybe some sunshine kind of coming through the clouds, at least very recently. So,
what are your thoughts about no Blake Shapen tonight? He is out. Sawyer Robertson, maybe R.J. Martinez to quarterback the Bears.
Yeah, I think that personally, I think R.J. Martinez gives Baylor a little bit more of kind of what Shapen gives them, a little bit more creating outside the pocket. And, I think Sawyer has tons of talent, right? Obviously, 4-star from Lubbock. He did put up big numbers in high school. But I think that the receiving core for Baylor has left something to left something to be desired this season. You know, and I think that is what Sawyer needs. And obviously, you know, tight ends Drake Dabney, Kelsey Johnson, you know, Jake Roberts, they have played really well this season. But you know, I think that with Sawyer out there, I think that kind of those wide receivers really need to step up more than they have this season so far. But they can do it. They have the talent.
Right. That's a really good point, because no matter how well Sawyer plays, he can't do it by himself.
Right.
You know, one guy, who, no matter who it is, even the quarterback, can't do it by himself.
You know, and that's kind of been the bugaboo for Baylor this season, is that you know, execution has been a big word that Dave Aranda has mentioned a lot this season, and it's not just one guy. The way the season has gone is not just on one guy, right? It's been one guy this game, another guy this game, another guy this play. It's been just all over. And so, you know, I think there's a real opportunity here for them to kind of put the puzzle together and, you know, kind of send the seniors out on a high note and end the season on a bit of a high note.
Yeah, I think it'd be huge. You know, it's big if you play in a bowl game, and if you win that bowl game, that is a real boost going into the offseason. Baylor's not in that situation this year, but this is the next best thing to win your last game of the regular season. I think I can't overstate it enough how big it would be for this team.
Yeah, you're right. And you know, this is Dave Aranda has made the point a few times that Baylor has played more freshmen than anyone in the Big 12 by a wide margin. You know, and I think that some of those freshmen, Caden Jenkins, DJ Coleman, Dawson Pendergrass, have played really, really well. And you can see the progression that they've made just from the beginning of the year to where they're at now. And so, you know, this is, like you said, this is a great the Mountaineer Bowl, whatever you want to call it. You know, just treat it like that. And, you know, and as long as those freshmen, you know, A, stick around, but B, continue to show improvement as they have this season, you know, I think the future is somewhat bright for Baylor.
Yeah, and that's a good message to maybe make people aware of or to remember. There are a lot of good young players on this team. Coach Aranda said on the Coaches Show this week that he thinks these freshmen will win a Big 12 championship before they leave here. So that shows how highly he, you know, values these young players.
I mean, and nothing is better than playing time, right? You know, it's and these freshmen are getting tons of it, and especially with, you know, I don't know what the Big 12 or who's in the Big 12 championship officially at this point. Obviously Texas, but with some big names going out, there's an opportunity. There's a space to fill, and you know, Baylor can very easily with this group fill that. You know, that space in the Big 12. So.
Yeah, that's very good. Well, Zach, appreciate it. We'll read your work in the Waco Tribune Herald, so thanks for being on with us.
Thank you very much.
It's
been a great year.
All right, very nice. Zach Smith with us, Waco Trib, the Waco Tribune Herald Writers Block, Central Texas' most experienced news and sports coverage team, offers breaking news, scores, and updates online. Check out wacotrib.com on your favorite mobile device and check out great Bear sports coverage, wacotrib.com. We're also brought to you by Pizza Hut. Call or go online to pizzahut.com to order your game day meal. Pizza Hut delivers home gating with pizza, wings, and pasta. We'll continue on the Baylor Alumni Tailgate Show in just a moment, brought to you by Baylor Alumni, bringing the Baylor family together. We'll unveil this week's Charity Champion presented by TFNB, your bank for life. We'll have that when we come back here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
No matter which.
All right, with Charity Champion, you got about 9 minutes here.
9 minutes.
On your path,
Thanks, John.
set your own hours.
Look at that sunrise.
You may find yourself in some pretty remote places.
Whoa, that view. It's amazing.
Or in places where pastimes become stories that become legends.
I got one. It's a keeper. Hey, get a picture. No one's going to believe this.
And each day ends binge watching stars and dreaming about all the things you'll do the next day.
You know what? I'm catching a bigger fish tomorrow.
Built to follow your path, the Toyota Tundra. This Texan knows how to sick 'em. Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com to check out the rugged Tundra today. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at Toyota.com for feature availability.
Kids Fans can now join the Baylor Cub Club, presented by Green Eye Associates, the official kids club of Baylor Athletics. Fans 12 and under can register for the low cost of $25 and gain exclusive benefits and access to Baylor Athletics events. Members receive free admission to select events, exclusive giveaway access, and their own membership package. To register your Cub, please visit BaylorBears.com/Cub Club. Sign your Cub up today and sick 'em Bears.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Baylor Football. Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Welcome back as we continue on our Baylor Alumni Tailgate Show. It's our honor and privilege each week, every home game, to unveil, to introduce you to this week's charity champion presented by TFNB Your Bank for Life, the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. And our charity champion, the final one for this year, for this week, is World Hunger Relief Initiative. And we're joined by Katie Walter from that organization. And Katie, congratulations to you. What does this mean to be named a charity champion?
Thank you. Yes, so glad to be here. I mean, it was such an honor just to walk in that room with that kickoff and see all the other organizations doing so much work around Waco, serving our community. So what a privilege to get to be a part of such a neat program to expose all the work we do, but also just highlight what a great community we have here in Waco.
Yeah, very well said. It is a great program. Congratulations again to you. Tell us about the World Hunger Relief Initiative. What do you do exactly?
Sure, absolutely. So the World Hunger Relief Institute, we are a 40-acre working farm. We've been around for almost 50 years, believe it or not, serving Waco here in McLennan County. And we are an educational farm. So we are focused around educating others to alleviate hunger in their communities, specifically focus on sustainable agriculture. And our goal is to build robust, resilient, regenerative food systems that can sustain all the things that this world throws at us to create just a more resilient agriculture focused on local food. So the work we do program-wise, we do all kinds of cool stuff. We do a summer farm camp every year. We get kiddos out from around McLennan County, from Waco ISD. They get to spend a week on the farm getting their hands dirty, learning all about what it means to grow food. And then we also, since June, have diverted over 17,000 pounds of food waste through our community composting program. Wow. So taking that food waste that was thrown away from our community partners, transforming that back into compost, and then feeding our community. So we do that through our Waco Downtown Farmers Market partnership. We're there every Saturday. And then we are also at the Bridge Street East Waco Market every other Wednesday. So we'd love to have folks come check us out there.
Yeah, very cool. Thanks for the subtle correction there. Institute. I think I was saying initiative.
We changed our name this year, so we did change our name this year. So
very good.
Yes.
Thanks for that. I appreciate it. So you get some exposure with being named a charity champion, and it's especially appropriate this being Thanksgiving week. We just celebrated Thanksgiving. Folks who are listening, how can they participate? How can they support you? Any things you can share there?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of ways that our current supporters already support us, and we'd love to invite others. First and foremost, becoming a monthly donor. That really helps us budget our resources well, and those donors are really our lifeblood. And then whether it's a few dollars or higher capacity, all of it really adds up and for us to be able to serve our community. And then volunteers. We have over 1,000 volunteers that come out every single year. Right now, as we're talking, there are folks out harvesting for the farmers market tomorrow. So we rely so heavily on that. So whatever your capacity to do, whether it's volunteering or monetarily giving, we would love to have folks be involved in whatever their capacity.
Good. Where could they learn more? Do you have a website, or where would you direct them there?
Yes, absolutely. So our Instagram page is definitely our most live, active. I would check that out there. We do have a website as well. worldhungerrelief.org is our website. And then hopefully this next year we'll relaunch our newsletter, so we'll have a little more in-depth. But those are going to be your best places to see us or come out in person to the farm and learn more about us there.
Good. Where are you located? Where is that farm located?
Yes, so we're right off of 35. If you get on going north and exit New Dallas Highway, we're right by Connolly.
Oh, good. Very good. All right, final thought, being named the charity champion, so much exposure comes with that. Well, what does it mean to you? How can this help what you do by being named a charity champion?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the exposure has been incredible getting to be a part of this. And our big ask for this year, as almost a 50-year-old organization, we have some pretty incredible buildings out there at our farm. But believe it or not, we have not had HVAC, heating or cooling, since our inception. So our big ask to our community, whether it's an in-kind local business or support, to be able to put that in this year before it gets too cold.
Very good. I know some heating and air conditioning guys. I'm going to make sure I'm going to send them your way, okay? But congratulations. Great to visit with you. Congratulations on the honor, and continued blessings on what you do at World Hunger Relief Institute.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Glad to be here. Appreciate it.
All right. Katie Walter is our guest, World Hunger Relief Institute. Follow them on Instagram. There's a website also. They'll be recognized on the field later today. That's this week's Charity Champion, presented by TFNB, your bank for life, the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Back with more on our pregame show after this on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
For a limited time, get high-performance, ultra-reliable internet from Astound Broadband, starting as low as $25 per month. And now we have...
Okay, so back to you, and then you'll live intro the player.
Okay. Plan with fast speeds to...
Great game, yeah. Sorry, just misspoke.
When you upgrade to award-winning gig internet. No contracts, no hidden monthly fees, and no data caps. Switch today. Head to astound.com or call 1-800-4ASTOUND. Restrictions apply. See website for details.
Have you gone gold yet? Go gold with Baylor Athletics this season and be the gold factor across each of our sports. Wear exclusive Go Gold apparel from the Baylor bookstore at the upcoming Go Gold dates. To stay up to date on some golden opportunities, visit BaylorBears.com/GoGold. Go Gold and sick 'em Bears.
First Central Credit Union is opening doors to home ownership. First Central's open door mortgage loans up to 95% of the appraised home value with low closing costs, no points, low origination fees, flexible terms, and competitive rates. Consider refinancing your mortgage or securing land for building. We loan up to 75% of the appraised value of land. Apply online at firstcentralcu.com. Everything we do for you.
Some restrictions apply. Equal housing lender. Member NCUA.
You don't want to miss our best price deals during the Black Friday sales event at Allen Samuels. This month you can save big on the truck you've been looking for, like the new 2023 Rams. Designed to be durable, functional, and stylish, Ram trucks give you that first-class feel. With premium options like luxurious leather trim seating, surround view cameras, plus exceptional legroom and storage, hurry in and shop our great selection in-store or online today. Shop an award-winning dealership with award-winning products, Allen Samuels in Waco.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Today's traffic report brought to you by the Toll Tag. Cut your toll bill in half at getmytolltag.com. Traffic moving well coming into the stadium. To be honest, not a large crowd coming into the stadium at this point, but traffic is moving from all directions. A little bit of a slowdown on I-35 south around McLean Stadium. That's our traffic report brought to you by NTTA. Cut your toll bill in half at getmytolltag.com. Let's take a look at one of the great games in Baylor football history. It was Baylor and West Virginia, going back just a couple of years.
All right, 2:30, John.
Okay. 2021. The Bears hosting the West Virginia Mountaineers at McLean Stadium, looking to bounce back from their first loss of the season. And Baylor jumped on top on the second play of the game.
Jalen Ellis in there, and a receiver. Here's a pass to Tyquan Thornton. He's in midfield. He is running for the end zone. Tyquan Thornton, 75-yard touchdown reception on the second play from scrimmage today. It was the start of a big day for receiver Tyquan Thornton, who had 8 catches for 187 yards and 2 touchdowns. And a big day for quarterback Gary Bohannon, who threw for 336 yards total and 4 touchdowns, including 2 more to tight end Ben Sims.
2 penalties for 25 yards. Bohannon under center. He's going to pass left sideline. It is caught. Ben Sims, another touchdown. Ben Sims, his 2nd touchdown of the day.
Bohannon also ran it in for another score as the offense finished with 525 yards on the day. But not to be outdone, the Baylor defense recorded 6 sacks, including 1 by linebacker Terrell Bernard, who had missed the previous week's game with a knee injury.
2nd down, 5 it is from the Baylor 41. Dagey to snap, fakes the handoff, pressure. Dagey is sacked. Back across mid.
1 minute.
Terrell Bernard, welcome back. Terrell Bernard with the sack of Jared Dagey.
In addition to Bernard, Apu Ika, Garmin Randolph, TJ Franklin, and Victor Obi also had sacks as the Bears ran their record to 5-1 on the season and 3-1 in Big 12 conference play with a dominating win over West Virginia.
Big win for the Bears here at McLean Stadium this afternoon as Baylor wins decisively over West Virginia. Final score, Baylor 45, West Virginia 20. Bears go to 5-1 at the midpoint of the 2021 season.
45-20, Bears over the Mountaineers.
10 seconds.
Overnight, 2021 at McLean Stadium. This week's great game in Baylor football history.
It has been very much a home-and-home series between the Bears and the Mountaineers. Baylor is 4-1 against West Virginia in Waco. The lone win by the Mountaineers, 2017, here at McLean Stadium. Overall, West Virginia leads the series 7-4. That means they are 6-0 against Baylor in games played in Morgantown. Bears will go there next year and will be looking for their first win ever in Morgantown. All right, take a look at scores around the Big 12 of major importance as far as the Big 12 championship game next Saturday. Oklahoma State, number 20 in the nation, with a win over BYU. They get the other spot opposite the Texas Longhorns. Texas is in by virtue of their 57-7 win over Texas Tech last night in Austin. So Texas is in as the number 1 seed, the home team. If Oklahoma State wins, they are the other team to face Texas in Arlington next week. But the Cowboys are down to BYU, 24-13, playing in Stillwater. They are early in the fourth quarter, 14:05 in the fourth quarter, and the Cowboys trailing by 11 at home to BYU. If Oklahoma State does not win, Oklahoma would be the team in the Big 12 championship game opposite Texas. OU beat TCU yesterday in Norman, 69-45 was that final score. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll visit with Jerry Hill, a view from the Hill, Baylor insider. Jerry Hill, when we come back on the Baylor Alumni Tailgate Show here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Come see why Green Eye Associates is voted.
All right, now count you down.
After year, enjoy exceptional service and care from Dr. Leanne Green alongside her dedicated optometrist and staff. Receive trustworthy insights on your eye health. Enjoy the impressive variety of contacts and eyewear, and work with the most experienced optical team in Waco. Don't miss the new state-of-the-art dry eye therapies that rejuvenate the eyes and face with safe, non-invasive treatments to restore comfort and quality of life. Green Eye Associates, official optometrist of Baylor Athletics. It's tip-off time on the Brazos. Baylor basketball is back, and single-game tickets at all Farrell Center games are on sale now. Get your seat for an exciting final season at the Farrell as your Baylor Bears take on non-conference play to close out 2023. The Baylor family can get their single-game tickets at BaylorBears.com/tickets. Don't miss your last chance to watch Baylor basketball in the Farrell Center. Get your tickets today.
Jeff Hess, Mazda, and the Baylor Bears both know what it takes to be number one. Hard work, determination, commitment. The #1 Mazda dealer in Texas, Jeff Haas Mazda, is inviting all the Baylor Bear fans listening to visit.
Hey, John.
Hard-hitting deals on every.
Do you want me to put a legal ID in between the close and the open, or just run them with it?
Plus your.
Okay, yeah, just to give them a better idea. Okay.
Best cash offer in minutes. Jeff Haas Mazda on the Katy Freeway.
#1 based on 2021 sales and stock volume in the Gulf region.
This is Cole Posey with Baylor Baseball, and this is my story. When I walk away from Baylor, I know I will be a more well-rounded individual. Not only am I getting a top-tier athletic experience, I'm also getting top-tier training and character development. The ability to compete at the highest level, to be challenged spiritually, and to be pushed academically are unique things that no other university but Baylor can offer. My name is Cole Posey, and this is my Champions Tribune.
Read more Champions Tribune at BaylorBears.com.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
With us today, kickoff just after the top of the hour, Baylor and West Virginia. Let's visit now with Jerry Hill, Baylor insider. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
How was Thanksgiving?
It was good. I had 2 of them.
Way to go.
It was so good I had 2 of them.
I like that plan. That's really good.
Had one in Waco and one in Mansfield.
Yeah.
So it's been a good Thanksgiving Day week.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope we can cap it with a Baylor win tonight. Would be huge for this team, wouldn't it?
It really would, John. I mean, obviously it's been a tough year, not one that we expected, but I think, and I know Ricky talked about it, you live with this game for like 9 months. So you want to leave with a good taste in your mouth, get a win here today, and it doesn't really do anything other than that's the one you live with for the next 9 months, and you think about that as you're going through spring ball and off season and into fall camp. So that's where I think a win today would help, just for the morale of the team and kind of what they've gone through. I know the ideal is to get your paycheck at the end of the week, and they hadn't cashed a lot of checks this year.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to get one more win.
All right, so follow me on this thought process, okay?
Yeah.
We got a backup quarterback starting today, Sawyer Robertson, against a good team in West Virginia.
Right.
You remember the last game of the 78 season, Baylor versus Texas? Had to go with a backup quarterback, Mickey Elam.
Okay.
That was the famous worm game.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if Coach Aranda would go so
Probably
far as to
eat a worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Baylor beat Texas that day.
I
It's
didn't
one of
realize-
those. Yeah, one of those. It all comes together.
Yeah.
Mickey Elam, played a great game. That could happen again.
I didn't realize that was, Mickey Elam's start. I just
was the
remember,
one.
That's the only thing I remember about it is the worm story.
Right.
So, and like Texas had no chance after that. So it may not have mattered who was at quarterback. But
Well, let's give Mickey a little credit.
Let's give Mickey credit. I struggle with giving quarterbacks credit, but I'll give Mickey Elam some credit for that one. And certainly, I think Sawyer's excited about his chance. He got some chances earlier in the year, had 3 starts earlier, but has been mentioned, he had an ankle injury, so he really wasn't, full go for most of those 3 starts. So I think you'll see maybe a little different Sawyer Robertson, a guy that can run the ball, and maybe you do some safe passes with him just to kind of get him going. But, certainly a running threat, and in a day like this, that may be a big key, is being able to run.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of running tonight.
Right.
The turf is wet. Rain looks like it has stopped for now. West Virginia will certainly want to run the ball as much as possible tonight.
It's crazy. I didn't realize how good of a running team they are. They're really good, John. I think they're second in the league behind UCF. But they're 4th in the country.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well over 200 yards, 232.9 yards per game, like 5.14 per carry, and they have 3 guys. That's the thing. I mean, you can't just key on one guy. Garrett Green is a good runner at quarterback. C.J. Donaldson and Jamil White. So they have 3 guys. All have rushed for over 600 yards. So a lot of threats there. They do a lot of counters and stuff. So tough task for the defense. I do think it helps a little bit, John, that they did, kind of go better against the run last week. I thought particularly up the middle, they stopped a lot of the stuff up the middle. The defensive line did their job, so maybe they can build off of that. This is a different team than what you faced in TCU, but, at least you had some success last week in defending the run, so hopefully that carries over into this one.
Jerry, what are your thoughts about last game of the year? Pull out all the stops,
Right.
no reason to hold anything. You know, this is it this year. Might we see kind of empty the quiver of everything Baylor has tonight?
You would think, like you said, what do you have to lose? There's nothing to lose. I think you do kind of try everything you got, you know, and some of it depends on how the game's going. You know, if you get a 14-0 lead, maybe you get a little more conservative. But yeah, I think you do kind of whatever, you know, and I think that's fun for the players too. If they know that this is part of the game plan, that, you know, we're going to try a lot of different stuff and we're going to break this out, you know, and then that goes for both sides too. You know, on defense, let's blitz, you know, let's throw the house at them, you know, that kind of thing.
1 minute.
So I think you'll see a lot of that today, you know, and maybe a lot of young guys too, but I know how much they want to win it for the seniors.
Yeah, very much so. That's the final thought. The seniors, you always want to win on senior day. Hopefully, you know, you're playing at home, and hopefully that's a plus for Baylor to send these guys out the right way.
Absolutely, and you know, we've talked about it, you know, probably ad nauseum, but several of these guys were parts of 2 Big 12 championship teams. Guys that have played starting in 2019. So you're talking about guys like Garmin Randolph and Matt Jones, TJ Franklin. So you'd really like to send those guys out the right way
20.
after they've given so much to the program.
All right, Jerry, thank you very much.
Thank you, J-Mo.
All right, Jerry Hill, A View from the Hill will wrap up our Baylor Alumni Tailgate Show.
10
Stay
seconds.
tuned. Our countdown to kickoff is coming up next. Kickoff just past the top of the hour.
5.
Baylor in West Virginia coming up from McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco.
You've been listening.
Perfect.
Baylor Alumni Network Tailgate Show.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for the Baylor Football Countdown to Kickoff. Coming up next on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Sick 'em Bears.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
Thanks, Sean.
This is the Baylor Football Countdown to Kickoff on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Today's Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, championship partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance online to find a local agent today. Baylor Scott and White Health, the official hospital and healthcare system of Baylor Athletics. Your healthcare, your way. HEB, the official grocer of Baylor Athletics. Proudly serving Texans since 1905. TFNB, the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Premier ER and Urgent Care. Feel better now. Nissan, innovation for excitement. Coming up, we'll break down today's game, check scores, and take you inside Baylor football. And now, let's go live to the booth with the voice of the Baylor Bears, John Morris.
The Bears tee it up for the final time this season. Baylor hosting the West Virginia Mountaineers on senior night at McLean Stadium. Hi, everybody. Welcome into our countdown to kickoff live from McLean Stadium in Waco. John Morris, J.J. Joe, Ricky Thompson, Jeff Walter, our spotter and statistician, Bob Baker, our engineer. We appreciate Aaron Sexton, our network board operator, and we are all together for the final time this year. There will be no bowl game for the Bears, JJ, but a senior night, can you turn this into a bowl game? You know, win one for the seniors.
Right.
Which would be huge to end the season.
And John, it would. I mean, you know, you got to think, and, you know, Jerry mentioned it, you know, these seniors, especially the ones that have been around, have been a part of some really high highs, and now this season, of course, didn't go like they expected it. But you do. Those underclassmen, you know, really close to those guys, want to send them out. That's tough to make it a bowl game, but you know that, you know, hey, like, this is it. So we want to make sure that we play our best and cleanest football. So you'll have energy early, but once you get past about that first or second snap, it just turns into a football game.
That's right. Ricky Thompson, you and JJ, you went through your own senior days, senior nights. We got to ride that wave if we can to get an advantage for Baylor if possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
Same with Jerry. These guys have been through a lot. They've also been part of the Big 12 championship and another Big 12 championship game. So a good career for these guys, not the way they wanted to finish their year, but a win tonight makes up for a lot. And as we've all said, it's a lot easier to go through a 9-month off season with a win than it is a losing streak. So this is a big game for the Bears for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Rick. To end with a win tonight, it would be somewhat akin to ending the season with a victory in a bowl game. And you know how that carries through the offseason, through spring, into next season. Not a bowl victory, but a win tonight would really be a plus for this team.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a long time coming and been close a couple times. U of H here, overtime, thought you had it. Had Houston pushed back to the 40-yard line, remember, in overtime on their first possession. They were able to punch it in, went for 2, won that game. So, yeah, it's big, and it's also big to win it at home. Finish your career at home, finish as a senior at home, and finish with a win.
JJ, the home field has not been that friendly to the Bears this season. We looked at the schedule with 8 home games at the start of the year. Here we are looking for our second home victory all year tonight.
Yeah, you know, John, things got turned, especially when you think about that Utah game, Texas State, then Utah. We really thought we had that one. But, you know, sometimes that happens, especially, you know, I was thinking on my way here coming down from the Metroplex, is like, you know, with the young team, and you can see where it just keeps popping up, where young players are fantastic because they got that experience and they show you those pop plays. But then it's really the every down stuff that sometimes the young players have troubles with. That's what we've seen this season. And I'm hoping at least today they can pull that together because those guys now are experienced football players.
Yeah, they played a lot this year, even the true freshmen. This is the end of that season. Well, we'll see how things play out tonight. Baylor versus West Virginia on senior night here at McLean Stadium. Take a break. We'll hear from one of those seniors when we come back. It's the Bears and the Mountaineers to close the regular season for the Bears coming up here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
You don't want to miss our best price deals during the Black Friday sales event at Allen Samuels. This month you can save big on the truck you've been looking for, like the new 2023 designed to be
TJ Franklin, and it's pretty short. It's only about 20 seconds.
Feel with premium options like luxurious leather trim seating, surround view cameras, plus exceptional legroom and storage. Hurry in and shop our great selection in-store or online today. Shop an award-winning dealership with award-winning products. Allen Samuels in Waco.
What break will we do a rand out of again?
And we're working hard for this up-and-coming season that will be here soon. We're excited about our team.
Sorry, Cam came in and stole my computer.
Big 12 Conference and saying farewell to Farrell. We have some big games coming up in November and December, and then we move to the new pavilion, which should be the best home court advantage in the nation. Thanks for helping making both tough places to play for the opponents. In the Farrell and in the pavilion. See you there.
Come see why Green Eye Associates is voted best in Waco year after year. Enjoy exceptional service and care from Dr. Leanne Green alongside her dedicated optometrist.
Okay, so after the local break, play him, and then, okay, got it. Thanks, bud.
The impressive variety of contacts and eyewear, and work with the most experienced optical team in Waco. Don't miss the new state-of-the-art dry eye therapies that rejuvenate the eyes and face with safe, non-invasive treatments to restore comfort and quality of life. Green Eye Associates, official optometrist of Baylor Athletics. You're a big Baylor fan. You've got a closet full of Bear necessities, an authentic jersey, a Sikkim coffee mug, and let's not forget the accidental permanent green hair dye. It looks great. But the biggest Bear fans have an official Baylor toll tag. It's a small piece of green and gold that reps the Bears and cuts your toll bill in half. Yeah, you heard it right, in half. Snag yours today at getmytolltag.com for just $19.99. Small sticker, big savings, Sikkim Bears.
You're listening to Baylor Football. Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Thanks to the Brazos in Waco, rain has ended for now, and the way things look, that might be it for the rain this evening. That would be nice. Saturday evening, Thanksgiving weekend, crowd will be a challenge tonight here at McLean Stadium. It's a shame, really, because these seniors deserve a great send-off. Seniors like T.J. Franklin from Temple, who is looking forward to this, his final game as a Baylor Bear.
I mean,
I want to win just as bad as I do now than I did every week. It never changed. A win is a win. It just brings all the morale up. It's an exciting thing to do. And honestly, that would be what we needed to send the seniors out, and that would be something that we need to jumpstart the people for next season.
It's DJ Franklin, very, very forward-looking thought about tonight's game. Certainly they want to win this game, but they want to win every game. And JJ, this one not really any more than any of the others. For the Bears, who come in 3-8 on the season, 2-6 in Big 12 conference play. But again, last opportunity for the season to get a victory.
Yeah, and I like what TJ said about, like, launching these guys into next year, the offseason. And that's, he won't be here. But, I mean, when you spend so much time with these guys, you see the talent, and you had the opportunity to experience the highest of highs. You want them to, especially those young players who weren't here, to get that experience. I like him saying, hey, look, we just want to help launch these guys as well.
All right, let's get Ricky and JJ's what to watch for in this game tonight. JJ, a position, a player, a matchup. What in particular has your attention going into this game?
Well, I mean, looking at the Baylor defense, John, I really look at, West Virginia's ability to run the ball. But if you look at them, I got to watch them in the Cincinnati game. The trigger man, the ability for Garrett Green to use his feet just changes. It turns it into almost like a single-wing offense. So, if you're the star, I mean, if you're Bryson Jackson, Corey Gordon, and also, outside backers on the other side, which would be Brooks Miller. Sometimes it'll be Matt, Jeremy Evans. Those guys have to be able to spy and take a look and make sure they keep Garrett Green from taking some of those plays that, they shouldn't be big gains and then making them to a big game. So I'm going to watch that matchup between Starr, that outside linebacker, and Garrett Green.
All right, very good. Ricky, how about you?
Well, I think mine's pretty easy, and I'm going to go with Sawyer Robertson. I think this is the first time we've seen Sawyer as a healthy quarterback. He played hurt in those games when Blake was out. Of course, Blake had the unfortunate hit late in that TCU game that's going to prevent him from playing today. So I think the way Sawyer leads this offense, the way he throws the ball, we're going to need the running game to go against this West Virginia team to give Sawyer some time back there. But I think he's going to be a key to this game and how he performs and how he manages this game and how he puts the ball downfield to his receivers. So I'm going to go with Sawyer. If he has a good game offensively, you've got a shot to win this one.
All right, very good. Watching he and the Bears continue warm-ups on the field. Bears wearing the green pants, the gold jerseys, and the gold helmets tonight. That's the uniform combo for the Bears. West Virginia will counter with the navy pants, the gray jerseys, and then the navy blue helmets with the WVU logo on either side. Bears and Mountaineers coming up. Baylor leads the all-time series in games played here in Waco 4-1. West Virginia has only won once in McLean Stadium. That was 2017. West Virginia leads the all-time series 7-4. They are 6-0 against Baylor. Games played at Milan Puskar Stadium in Morgantown. Take a break. When we come back, check other games, scores around the Big 12 on this final weekend of action in Big 12 Conference regular season football. The Big 12 championship game is next week. We know one of the teams, another will be determined with the results today. Take a break and back with more on our countdown to kickoff live from McLean Stadium here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Everything we do for you. First Central Credit Union says it's game on. Lower your monthly vehicle payments by refinancing your vehicle with First Central. Make it a winning season with refinancing set to your preferences. You decide the due date and frequency. Financed elsewhere? Save money with a new local game plan. Apply online today. We make it easy to score at firstcentralcu.com.
Membership and loan policy requirements apply. Member NCUA.
This is Cole Posey with Baylor Baseball, and this is my story. When I walk away from Baylor, I know I will be a more well-rounded individual. Not only am I getting a top-tier athletic experience, I'm also getting top-tier training and character development. The ability to compete at the highest level, to be challenged spiritually, and to be pushed academically are unique things that no other university but Baylor can offer. My name is Cole Posey, and this is my Champions Tribune.
Read more Champions Tribune at BaylorBears.com.
No matter which road you take, the Toyota Tundra is the perfect way to navigate it. On your path, you're your own boss and set your own hours.
Look at that sunrise.
You may find yourself in some pretty remote places.
Whoa, that view. It's amazing.
or in places where pastimes become stories that become legends.
I got one. I got one. It's a keeper. Hey, get a picture. No one's going to believe this.
And each day ends binge-watching stars and dreaming about all the things you'll do the next day.
You know what? I'm catching a bigger fish tomorrow.
Built to follow your path, the Toyota Tundra. This Texan knows how to sick 'em. Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com to check out the rugged Tundra today. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at Toyota.com for feature availability.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Top of the hour, Bears and West Virginia Mountaineers were brought to you in part by Premier ER and Urgent Care, the place to go when you're not sure where to go. Open 24/7 and just a short walk across campus. No appointment necessary. Just walk in. Visit premier.care to learn more. Give you scores around the Big 12. One game of importance today. All of them are important. One game of importance as far as determining the teams in the Big 12 championship matchup next week in Arlington is Oklahoma State and BYU. And BYU had a 21-6 lead, right? And it's now 24-21. So the Cowboys, with a win, earn the spot opposite Texas in the Big 12 championship game next week in Arlington. And they are closing the gap against BYU. They're playing at Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater, but still trailing 24-21 to BYU. Other games, of course, there were two that were played yesterday on Black Friday in the Big 12. Texas won big 57-7 over Texas Tech. The Longhorns, number 7 in the nation, they will be the number 1 seed and the home team in the Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship game next week. They are in, awaiting their opponent. Also yesterday, Oklahoma beat TCU. The Sooners, 13th in the nation, won over the Frogs 69-45. TCU will finish a win short of bowl eligibility this year. Today, other games coming up in the Big 12. And this hit me with basketball last night, JJ, on the ESPN scores. It gives you football and basketball together. It doesn't separate them out. So in the great overlap, we've got a lot of basketball games coming up. But here are the football games in the Big 12 today. In addition to the ones we've mentioned, 25th ranked Kansas at Cincinnati, 6:30 kickoff tonight, and then 7 o'clock tonight, Iowa State at number 21, Kansas State. Games in the Big 12 today, and ours, Baylor and West Virginia to end the season. Let's get the thoughts of Bears head coach Dave Aranda when we come back. Baylor, West Virginia, coming up on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Come see why Green Eye Associates is voted best in Waco.
All right. About 9 here with the interview.
Service and care from Dr. Lee Green alongside her dedicated optometrist and staff. Receive trustworthy insights on your eye health. Enjoy the impressive variety of contacts and eyewear and work with the most experienced optical team in Waco. Don't miss the new state-of-the-art dry eye therapies that rejuvenate the eyes and face with safe, non-invasive treatments to restore comfort and quality of life. Green Eye Associates, official optometrist of Baylor Athletics. You don't want to miss our best price deals during the Black Friday sales event at Allen Samuels. This month, you can save big on the truck you've been looking for, like the new 2023 Rams. Designed to be durable, functional, and stylish, Ram trucks give you that first-class feel. With premium options like luxurious leather-trimmed seating, surround view cameras, plus exceptional legroom and storage, hurry in and shop our great selection in-store or online today. Shop an award-winning dealership with award-winning products, Allen Samuels in Waco.
Everything we do for you. Are you looking for a new set of wheels? First Central Credit Union Auto Financing offers fast, complete coverage. Competitive rates and flexible terms make for a win in financing your next vehicle. A quick online application makes it easy to score the money you need at firstcentralcu.com. Everything we do for you.
Membership and loan policy requirements apply. Member NCUA.
If you need a trailer, Flat Rock Trailers has got you covered. From light-duty single-axle utility trailers to the Big Tex tandem duals. We also carry a full line of enclosed cargo trailers. Need a motorcycle trailer? We've got them. Need a dump trailer? We've got the largest selection in the state. Oil field trailers? We carry a full line of Big Tex trailers to handle all your needs. Trailer repairs? We repair all makes and models. We'll even rent you a trailer if you need to use one for a day. Flat Rock Trailers, your #1 source for all your trailer needs. Find us at flatrocktrailers.com.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Back with us inside McLean Stadium. Let's continue on our pregame show. Visit now with Bears head coach Dave Aranda. Coach, we appreciate the visit. And here we are, last game of the year, senior day, and really a lot to celebrate with this senior group today.
Yeah, I'm so appreciative of them and just the hard work that they've put into it, both off the field and on the field. And, you know, I just look at just their individual development and just the people that they've become, and just the maturity and the level of play has increased throughout this year. And for them to kind of stick with it, it's difficult when, you know, the wins don't come the way that you like for them to come, and for them to stay with it and continue to work and be leaders in all of it. Just very appreciative.
Is there any sense that the rest of the team, the underclassmen or all the non-seniors, they really want to send these seniors out with a win?
They do. The team is really tight, and there's just a bond there, and despite all of this and just the struggles and the adversity and that, it's the one constant really has been how tight the team has been. And I know that there's a ton of respect for these guys and for what they've sacrificed, and so I know that there's a big motivation.
That's one thing that you mentioned that I've noticed all year. This team has stayed together, stayed positive, really pulling for each other, which gives you the best chance to win tonight. Yeah, I feel, any point of the beginning of the week, especially these last couple weeks, it's everyone's down. You bring them back up together, and it doesn't take long. It takes a meeting, it takes going out to practice, and then you just see, guys look for each other. Guys, they're joking, they're motivating each other, they're pushing each other. You just see there's an energy that just comes, and with all of that, I'm gonna miss this about this team. And obviously there's things that I wish we could have had more of, but for our people and these seniors in this group, it's a tight-knit group, and for us to go that way all throughout the season, and then to not get what we want, but then have one more opportunity, I know our guys fully sense that and see it, and are trying to do their best to do something about it. What would you like to see from your team today?
Execution, and I'd add when it matters most. I think to start the games, there's been some good energy. I think there's been some good playmaking on both sides. We get to a point in the game to where hey, we got to have a stop, or we've got to have a big conversion, and we haven't been able to get those things. And then from there, whether it's after halftime or it's before halftime, we get out of the position of winning the game. And so it's very important to start fast and to start with some energy. But then when we get to those critical moments in the game, let's execute and let's play complementary football. And so we've had some opportunities this past couple games, and we haven't achieved it. And we've talked about it all week, and this is something that we need to do, and this is the missing step, and we're aiming to do it.
What about West Virginia? Real challenge under Neil Brown tonight.
They run the ball really good. The O-linemen are big and physical. We're going to see more counter plays, different ways to run counter. I have a lot of respect for Coach. I think he's had some turbulence there, and the waters are calmer, and I think it's all you have to look at him and just kind of his leadership and the simplicity with what they're doing stuff. I mean, there's really strong identities on either side of the ball, and I think that's the key to all of it right there. And so defensively, a lot of three-down fronts, a lot of single high coverage. It kind of reminds me of the things that we used to do, and so it's going to be a challenge for us. And then offensively, they got running quarterback, they got some good running backs, some big O-line, and you put too many people down there. They've got guys that can take advantage of a one-on-one matchup on the outside, and so they just play tough, play sound, and so it's going to get to a deal where we have to make a play in a critical moment to either make it a 2-score lead or to stay in the game or any of these things, and we have to get those things done. I think we'll all feel when those times come, and so I think all of that has led up to this, and so I'm excited for it.
All right, we appreciate the visit. Thanks. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
It's Baylor head coach Dave Aranda. It's the Bears and the West Virginia Mountaineers this evening on senior night here at McLean Stadium. Back with more after this on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
No matter which road you take, the Toyota Tundra is the perfect way to navigate it. On your path, you're your own boss and set your own hours.
Look at that sunrise.
You may find yourself in some pretty remote places.
Whoa, that view. It's amazing.
Or in places where pastimes become stories that become legends.
I got one. It's a keeper. Hey, get a picture. No one's going to believe this.
And each day ends binge watching stars and dreaming about all the things you'll do the next day.
You know what? I'm catching a bigger fish tomorrow.
Built to follow your path, the Toyota Tundra. This Texan knows how to sick 'em. Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com to check out the rugged Tundra today. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at Toyota.com for feature availability.
For a limited time, get high-performance, ultra-reliable internet from Astound Broadband, starting as low as $25 per month. And now we have mobile, too. Visit Astound.com to order the #1 rated internet. Create the perfect plan with fast speeds to meet all your needs. Plus, get a 2-year price lock when you upgrade to award-winning gig internet. No contracts, no hidden monthly fees, and no data caps. Switch today. Head to Astound.com or call 1-800-4ASTOUND. Restrictions apply. See website for details.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in-network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
You're listening to Baylor Football. Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Virginia, the season finale for the Bears. West Virginia headed to a bowl game. They're 7-4. They are 5-3 in Big 12 conference play, playing their regular season finale tonight. Neil Brown, their head coach, in his 5th season. JJ, how about your keys to the game tonight? How are the Bears going to get a big win to end the regular season?
Well, John, in a season that has gone a little bit counter to what everybody expected, tonight when, the crowd may be a little light, the energy, you have to BYOE. That's bring your own energy. That's what this team is going to need tonight. The crowd will be there a little bit, but they'll have to really summon that themselves. The next thing is just execution, the thing that Coach Aranda's talked about all season. If they're talking about a crack replace where a corner needs to make a tackle, just execution, the small things. If you have the C gap, you have to make those plays on a consistent basis, especially defensively today. And the last thing is I really believe Baylor has to figure out a way to get to their rushing, get 150 yards rushing today. West Virginia is averaging, I think it's 232 yards, 233 yards rushing. Well, today the Baylor offense, to try to help keep that team off the field, needs to rush for about 150 today. So, John, those are 3 things I'm going to be watching.
All right, very good. JJ's keys to the game, Bears and Mountaineers coming up. The Baylor line is about to run onto the field for the final game of this season. The line will include freshmen, as it normally does, and seniors running the line for the final time. They're about to come out of the chute at the south end of McLean Stadium. Take a break. Back with our starting lineups. Toss of the coin, then toe meets leather. Baylor in West Virginia. Here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Don't miss out on our biggest deals of the year during the Black Friday sales event at Allen Samuels in Waco. Experience the adventure, style, and comfort of the new 2023 Jeep lineup, including the Grand Cherokee, Grand Cherokee L, Renegade, Gladiator, Wrangler, and the Wrangler 4xe. Jeep SUVs are known for their versatility from daily commuting to outdoor adventures. Hurry in and take advantage of these Black Friday deals today and start your Jeep adventure. Shop our great selections of new inventory in-store or online at AllenSamuelsDCJ.com.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in-network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Scott Drew, and we're working hard for this up-and-coming season that will be here soon. We're excited about our team and the culture of joy. We're also excited about the new-look Big 12 Conference and saying farewell to the Pharaoh. We have some big games.
Wow.
December and to the new pavilion.
4th and about 40.
Advantage in the nation. Thanks for helping.
How do you do that? That's just
Place to play for the opponents in the Pharaoh and in the pavilion. See you there.
This is Baylor football on the Baylor Sports Media Network. Today's game is brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, championship partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance online to find a local agent today. Baylor Scott and White Health, the official hospital and healthcare system of Baylor Athletics. Your healthcare, your way. H-E-B, the official grocer of Baylor Athletics. Proudly serving Texans since 1905. TFNB, the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Premier ER and Urgent Care. Feel better now. Nissan, innovation for excitement. Get ready. Kickoff is just moments away. Let's go back to the booth with John Morris.
Bob Baker, our engineer in the booth. Jeff Walter, our spotter and statistician. Thanks to Aaron Sexton, our network board operator. Gary Moss, network operations. Kelly Moore, our frequency coordinator here at McLean Stadium, with assistance from Don Gimmer. Welcome in. The Baylor line has just run onto the field, and JJ, that's a good number. I mean, it's Thanksgiving week, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. School's been out all week, but that is a really good number when you count the freshmen and the seniors running the Baylor line this
John,
week.
it really is. I mean, kind of surprising, but hey, I know when I was a college student, you go home for a little bit, but you don't mind getting out of the house after about 2 or 3 days, right? You're like, let me get out, especially those seniors. The seniors probably like, hey, look, let's go to the game. But that's a really good number. It is. It's good to see.
Seniors are coming out for Baylor. It is senior night. They'll have recognition for these seniors and do that one by one. Their families are waiting for them. They'll be introduced, then they'll go join their families. So a nice presentation here for senior night at Baylor. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Back in 10 seconds on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
All right, senior night recognition going on right now. Ricky, JJ, both you guys, what do you remember? What stands out from your last game in a Baylor uniform, your senior day or senior night?
You know, I'll let Ricky go first. Ricky, what do you remember?
Rick?
Yeah, you think it's long enough, I won't remember it.
Nobody said no. Nobody said that.
Well, actually, ours was against SMU. It was in an afternoon game, and I tell you what I remember about it is being way up at halftime, like 24-3, and getting beat 31-28 by SMU. So that's what I remember, and that was not a good way to end your career at home. Although we did have one more game the next week on the road, we did win. But you know, it's pretty emotional. You don't think it's going to be, but as that game starts winding down, you're thinking, man, this is the last time, and that hits you pretty hard.
JJ, how about you?
Yeah, I would agree, Rick. And you know, my last game was actually in Austin because we played Rice here. And really, most of my memories from that game, really, is I proposed to my now wife at that game.
That was that game.
And that was a day. It was the day before my actual birthday. I think that was November 13, 93, man. So I proposed to her that day. I got that dub. Coach Reedy told me, if we're not winning, you're not proposing. so that worked out well. So that was a great finale. Now, the next week, we were trying to qualify for the bowl. We lost to UT in Austin. But that was my last game. And that one, as I remember very vividly the last game walking off of then Texas Memorial Stadium, and how all the fans were running off because they had A&M and they were still bowl eligible, and how that game just plays from that game that we just didn't make. And it really, as you walk off, John, really I do remember just the thoughts and the memories going through your head about, dang, this went pretty fast, even if you're ready for it then.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you had cleared this with Chuck Reedy ahead of time.
Yep.
If you were winning, he was going to let you propose from the field.
Exactly.
You took, if I remember right, you took a knee, you kind of pointed up there. Keisha was in the stands. Am I right?
Yeah, it took some coordination because, I had to go home the prior week, and I had blown that game. We played Georgia Tech there. We lost that game, and I had a couple not bonehead plays.
Okay.
But then Coach Reedy told me,
Were you distracted?
No, not the prior week, but anyway, so Coach Reedy told me, look, man, if we're winning, you can do it. But if not, we're not going to do it. Now, I don't know if he was being honest. I didn't know. Because Coach Reedy didn't play very much, so I figured he was being honest. But, yeah, so we were ahead of Rice quite a bit. So they actually had taken me out. So I wasn't sure. And I wasn't even, be honest, I wasn't thinking about it. But then Coach yells at me and put the headset on. He said, okay, we're going to do it now. Go back in.
Oh, really?
So Lamont Moore was in playing quarterback. So I went back in, and people were kind of like, why is he going back in?
Right.
But we took a penalty.
Yeah. And
then I was like the 50, and I nailed it, pointed to the scoreboard. That's pretty cool.
That is great. You know, I did that game with Frank.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Frank knew ahead of time. I don't think I did.
I don't know if Coach Reedy told many people.
Right. I don't think we did, but I think we figured it out.
Yeah.
Well, it came up on the video.
Yeah, it came up on the video board.
We did figure it out when that came up there.
Because I got on the knee, and they're probably like, what is he doing? I point to the scoreboard.
Right.
And it worked out that way. So good
that's
day.
Memorable. Very good. Now that's a senior night to remember.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's a senior night to remember.
Very much so.
Well, Baylor taking on, as we said, a West Virginia team having a really good season. Picked last in the Big 12 preseason poll. Neil Brown really did not like that, to put it mildly, and promised that his team would not finish last in the Big 12. And they have made good on that promise. They are middle of the pack now. They're 7-4. They're going bowling. They're 5-3 in the Big 12. And one of those 4 losses was that Hail Mary loss to Houston. That was an unbelievable play. A game really West Virginia had won except for that last play of the game. So they could be sitting there at 8-3 right now and 6-2 in the Big 12 Conference. What about looking past Baylor? Neil Brown, are you overlooking the Bears at all here in this final game of the regular season?
You know, I think to me it's just about finishing. You know, this is got a singular focus this week. Only game. There's not any school stuff to worry about, and they really dominated us down there. You know, not just I think 1-4 is a program down there, and we went down there in rules last year and had a chance to beat them, and they beat us right at the end of the game when they had a really good team, and then they smoked us down there in 21. And so, you know, we understand it's a tough place to play. You know, you got to stay about an hour away, and so there's some things that we got to handle from a travel standpoint that are a little unique. But for me, it's just for us, we got to continue to play well, you know, and that's what kind of is that Oklahoma game's in my crawl. Not that we lost, but we just didn't play very well. And so for me, it's about playing good football. And that's really what the push is this week, to go play good football.
That's Neil Brown in his 5th year as the head coach at West Virginia, his 9th overall as a Division I head coach. Fireworks shoot off, and the Bears come out onto the field. I tell you, a really nice pregame presentation here with the seniors being recognized. Great video montage of some of the great highlights, really, in Baylor football history on the video board. And now the team comes running out. So I think fan engagement and Baylor Vision, they've done everything they can to help spur the Bears on to their best effort tonight against West Virginia.
Yeah, John, I agree. I mean, it's just you just never know kind of how everybody will start out because you don't want too much emotion. That's the big thing. And hopefully these guys are zoned in and ready to focus this last time.
Ricky, the rain has stopped, came through earlier. Pretty good shower there, but looks like it's done maybe for the night.
Well, I think so, and if you look at the flags, they're absolutely still. They're laying against the flag poles. Wind will not be a factor. Really comfortable out here, a little bit cool. Perfect football weather, though. This is a great way to end. Late November, just before December, you couldn't ask for better than this.
Yeah, very nice. 59 degrees, wind chill at 57. Let's take you down to midfield to our lead referee, to Dashinda Salam, for the toss of the coin.
Team logos is tails. What is your choice? Heads is the call. It is a head. You want to toss? You want to receive? Which way you want to kick? West Virginia has won the toss and elected to receive. Gentlemen, have a great game.
All right, a little bit against the norm there, winning the toss, electing to take the ball, not deferring to the second half. Here is our Baylor's captains, let me tell you, 4 of the seniors, 16 seniors tonight. Bryson Jackson, Josh Cameron, T.J. Franklin, Clark Barrington represented the team at the toss of the coin at midfield. Here are our officials, the Big 12 crew working tonight's game.
Tutashinda Salam, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Bill Bishop, Vernon, New Jersey, umpire.
Kelly Deerding, line judge, Ray, Colorado.
Matt Burks, headline judge, Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Dan Scanlon, center judge, Delco, Pennsylvania.
Christopher Austin, back judge, Grand Prairie, Texas.
Rich Almaroff, field judge, Chicago, Illinois.
Eric Hartman, side judge, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Steve Barron, alternate, Eugene, Oregon.
All right, that's our Big 12 officiating crew working tonight's game. Thanks to Bob Baker for going down, recording those with the officials, and thanks to the officials for allowing us to do that each week. Bears will be on defense first. We'll give you our starting lineups in just a moment, brought to you by Baylor Scott & White, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. JJ, what do you think about West Virginia winning the toss and taking the ball to start the game?
Yeah, I think it's a very aggressive mentality. Coach Neil Brown, I think he's saying, hey, look, we know we run the ball well. You guys struggle stopping the run. So we want the ball. We want to jump on you early on a very emotional night to take that emotion out. So very aggressive approach to this afternoon.
Bears will kick it off from right to left. Approach of the ball, toe meets leather. Preston Fox back deep. He will take it at the goal line. He'll bring it out on the far hash to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and pulled down at the 23-yard line. Byron Vaughns makes the tackle on special teams for the Bears. Here are our starting lineups for the Bears. We expect defensively, Garmin Randolph, T.J. Franklin, Cooper Lands, and Gabe Hall along the front. Brooks Miller, Matt Jones, Bryson Jackson as the linebackers, Caden Jenkins, Chateau Reed the corners, Devin Lemire, Devin Bobby as the safeties for the Bears. West Virginia's starters offensively in just a moment. Garrett Green is the quarterback, the junior from Tallahassee. Garrett Green is in the shotgun as West Virginia will run their first play from the 23-yard line. Pass near sideline is incomplete. Devin Lemire with the coverage on the pass intended for Traylon Ray. Ray, a freshman from Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's good. That's a good play by Devin Lemire, trying to run like what I would call a slot out. And he does a great job of driving on that ball and knocking it away. So West Virginia, when you see them play, they're a running team. They want to throw early in the game just to kind of make you respected before they come back to that run game.
Line of scrimmage is actually the 24-yard line. It's 2nd and 10 from there. Man in motion to the near side. Green passes down the line to the near side. It is caught. Gallagher is run out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So a 4-yard pickup on that play. Gallagher with the catch. Rodney Gallagher, a freshman from Uniontown, Pennsylvania. And West Virginia looking at 3rd down and 6 on their first possession of the night from their own 28.
This is where Baylor has struggled. Coach Rand has kind of been upset about that part, about getting off the field. You know, the team takes the ball. This is an opportunity. Now the question is, what Coach Powell, what will he do here? Will he try to gas up Garrett Green, knowing he has really good feet, can get out of trouble?
Here's the play, 3rd down and 6. Green looking to throw again. Slant over the middle. That one is caught. He held on to it, and that'll be a 1st down. He hit Traylon Ray with the catch. Really good catch. Not bad coverage at all by Caden Jenkins and the Bears, but a 1st down out to the 36.
Yeah, it wasn't bad coverage, really. I mean, you know, Caden Jenkins is right there. Just run a slant to the right side of the offense, left side of the defense. And Traylon Ray does a great job. Traylon Ray does a great job as a freshman himself, just to kind of get his hands on the ball and keep it away from Caden Jenkins.
So a new set of downs for West Virginia. They're out to their own 36-yard line. Navy pants, gray jerseys. Pitch it. Running left is Sam White. And he is down for 2-yard gain to the 38-yard line. 2-yard gain on the play.
Baylor's doing a great job here early of really focusing and stretching out the zone. It's almost like a wide zone if you watch their blocking scheme. And they have a couple really good runners, C.J. Donaldson Jr., as well as Jaheim White, the freshman.
That was White with that carry. Big 12 newcomer of the week coming out of last week. 2nd down and 8. Snap off the hands of Green, and Baylor's got the tackle for a loss. In there on top of him in a hurry is Bryson Jackson. Snap bounced off the hands of Garrett Green, and Bryson Jackson just jumped on the quarterback.
Well, that's the right call there. I mean, Baylor was going to bring Bryson Jackson, saw the tight end come left to right, and he gets to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like he was going to expect a run, but as soon as he saw the ball pop up, he triggered immediately, got around the blocker, which is Cole Taylor, the big tight end, 6'7", 250, and make sure Garrett Green stays on the floor. Now it's 3rd and about 17, and this is where Garrett Green, you got to watch his feet and not bail out of there. Those backers have to stay in play.
3rd down and 17. Here's the play. Pass right side is caught. And tackle is made at the 39 by Matt Jones. Cole Taylor the catch. Not enough for a 1st down. It's going to be 4th down and 7 and a punting situation for the Mountaineers.
Well, that's a negative play, and that's what the Baylor defense needed. You know, a good running team early. Baylor's really focusing on that run. Doing a good job of tackling. That's the big thing for Baylor this year. It's like not letting guys run through tackles, and that first series boded well.
Oliver Straw is their sophomore punter, and an Australian. Josh Cameron waits back. Snap a little high pressure on him, but he gets the kick away. It's going to bounce at the 25-yard line and straight out of bounds. That's where Baylor will take over. There's other starter, 36-yard punt. Let's go down to Ricky Thompson on the Baylor sideline.
Well, guys, that's exactly what the Bears wanted to do. West Virginia elects to take the football. The Bears will get it 2nd half coming out, but they hold West Virginia, start their first drive at the 25-yard line. So this game started exactly the way they would wish it would, having to kick away to West Virginia.
That's really a best-case scenario from a Baylor perspective. You're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, even though you lost the toss of the coin. Timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here. 11:32 to play. First quarter. Scoreless Baylor in West Virginia. Bears set to take the field. And Sawyer Robertson will be at quarterback. 6'4", 220-pound sophomore from Lubbock. Transfer to Baylor from Mississippi State. JJ, remember, started not the first 3, but 3 games early in the season when Chapin was out with the knee injury. Did well, but was hampered a bit by that high ankle sprain.
Yeah, and I expect like more of the Utah performance, at least from his mobility standpoint. Because in that game, he was healthy for the majority of it. I think that's the game he got nicked. But nevertheless, he used his feet. Coach did a great job. It's a little different offense with Sawyer in that he's a little bit more mobile. He likes to run around a little bit. Not that Blake is not mobile. I think they'll use his feet as well. So now he's healthy. And then on top of that, I think in the passing game, he is not as polished as Blake is intermediate. So John, I see him to really push deep, outside deep, to keep the ball from being at risk. And maybe some easy completions on like little flare passes, little hitches. but they'll try to make sure they accommodate his style.
Let's give you the starters for Baylor offensively. The offensive line looks this way. Alvin Abosele to start at left tackle. Clark Barrington, one of the seniors, at left guard. Colton Price at center. Campbell Barrington at right guard. Gavin Byers at right tackle for the Bears. Sawyer Robertson, as we mentioned, to start at quarterback for the Bears. The receivers in some combination: Monterey Baldwin, Ketron Jackson, Josh Cameron, and we'll see who's out there depending on the set. In the backfield, some thought that Richard Reese might be a factor in this game tonight. We'll see how that plays out. Reese, the sophomore from Belleville. Certainly Dominic Richardson will be involved. Dawson Pendergrass, one of those fine freshmen for the Bears. So we'll see how that plays out in the backfield for Baylor. Starting lineups brought to you by Baylor Scott & White, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. From injury prevention to enhanced recovery, team up with us to get back in the game. Dominic Richardson is in the backfield. Sawyer Robertson is under center for the first play from scrimmage at the 25-yard line. First play, handoff, and he slips down. Dominic Richardson just had his feet desert him, and he loses 2 yards back to the 23.
Yeah, and that looked like it was blocked pretty well because, I mean, there wasn't any penetration. I'm not saying he was going to get 10 yards, but there wasn't any immediate penetration, which is good. And he was going to get at least 2 or 3 yards, but he just tried to put that right foot in the ground and slid down. Now Baylor's going to come out in a little 3-by-1 look. 3 receivers to Robertson's right.
And Richard Reese in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Here's Sawyer Robertson. Keeps it up the middle. Stretches forward to the 27-yard line. So a 4-yard gain by the quarterback, Sawyer Robertson, as the rain begins to come down again. Ricky, I think we saw slippery turf, huh, on that first carry by Dominic.
Well, we did, and I think we're seeing a healthy Sawyer Robertson there, too. When you run the quarterback option, second play of the football, and remember, Sawyer didn't carry the ball much at all with that hurt ankle in the first couple of games that he played.
There's a big third down play early. 3rd down and 8 for the Bears. Monterey Baldwin in motion. Robertson back. He's going to run. Sawyer Robertson's got a first down and more. He slides just shy of the 40-yard line. JJ, he didn't wait much time there before he took off, and he does get the first down.
Yeah, I think that's going to force West Virginia to play a little bit more what I would call man defense and then spy him, or they may flip to like a 3 deep and try to give up the stuff short just so they can keep the backers' eyes on him. But now the threat of him just taking off, I think coaches probably told him, Coach Sean Bell's probably told him, hey, look, 1-2 read and run if you're not comfortable.
Gain of 10 yards on the play. First down, Bears out to their own 38-yard line. Here's Dabney in motion. Handoff to Reese, running left, trying to get to the corner. Can't get there. He is down for no gain at the 38-yard line. Other starters for West Virginia defensively: Jared Bartlett, Edward Vesturian, and then Mike Lockhart, Sean Martin in the defensive front. Hershey McLaurin, Lee Koba, and Ben Cutter, the linebackers. Secondary, Beanie Bishop, Malachi Ruffin, the corners, Aubrey Burks, Anthony Wilson, the safeties. 2nd down, 10 for the Bears from their own 38-yard line. 3 down linemen defensively for West Virginia. Robertson fakes the handoff. Naked bootleg, rolling right. He's going to run again. Now he's chased. He gets away from one man, and he'll get positive yards out to the 43-yard line. Did a good job to get away from that first man and pick up 5.
Yeah, just a play action. He's trying like showing a stretch play to the left of the offense. He bootlegs out. I thought he was going to drop it down to his tight end. I think that was Jake Roberts, and you know he decided that he didn't like the throw, and decided to run it. That gets it to a manageable 3rd down and 5. So it's a good decision. And like Ricky said, you can see that Sawyer's comfortable with his feet. He's been several weeks. He's now looks like he's 100%.
Marcus Floyd is in there in the secondary for West Virginia, the senior from Louisville, transfer from Murray State. 3rd down and 5 for the Bears. And they'll hand it on the receiver around to Ketron Jackson. He's got a couple of yards, maybe 3. 2 yards to the 45. So here's 4th down for the Bears. 4th down and a good 3 from their own 45. And looks like they'll punt it.
Yeah, on that one, you can tell when you're running, since the rain has picked back up and it was a little wet before, when you're running east and west or left and right, it's hard. The guys are having a hard time putting the foot in there and not slipping. And Ketron just didn't want to slip, so he chopped his steps, and that slowed down his momentum. And that's going to be a penalty, a false start there.
False start, number 88, offense. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
And you know, in that 4th and down at about 4, John, that's one where I think Coach, realizing that Blake isn't in the game, his veteran quarterback, is deciding to punt it away, especially since the defense played a really good first series.
All right, so they'll punt it away on now 4th down and 8. Palmer Williams boots it away, a low line drive punt. Preston Fox takes it, bobbles it, and Baylor's all over him, like 4 guys on top of him as soon as he got the ball. So West Virginia will start at their own 10-yard line. It's a 50-yard punt by Palmer Williams. Mountaineers have the ball for the second time tonight. 7:19 on the clock. First quarter, scoreless. Baylor and West Virginia on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
This is Coach Nikki Collin with a reminder that the start of the Baylor women's basketball season is right around the corner, and we need you to reach our goals this season. We have an exciting team with some outstanding returning players and dynamic newcomers. We hope to see you in the Farrell Center to start the season, then moving to the brand new Foster Pavilion beginning in January. Thank you for your support, and Sic 'em Bears.
You don't want to miss our best price deals during the Black Friday sales event at Allen Samuels. This month you can save big on the truck you've been looking for, like the new 2023 Rams. Designed to be durable, functional, and stylish, Ram trucks give you that first-class feel. With premium options like luxurious leather-trimmed seating, surround view cameras, plus exceptional legroom and storage, hurry in and shop our great selection in-store or online today. Shop an award-winning dealership with award-winning products, Allen Samuels in Waco.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in-network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
Come see why Green Eye Associates is voted best in Waco year after year. Enjoy exceptional service and care from Dr. Leanne Green alongside her dedicated optometrist and staff. Receive trustworthy insights on your eye health. Enjoy the impressive variety of contacts and eyewear, and work with the most experienced optical team in Waco. Don't miss the new state-of-the-art dry eye therapies that rejuvenate the eyes and face with safe, non-invasive treatments to restore comfort and quality of life. Green Eye Associates, official optometrist of Baylor Athletics.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
They'll begin at their own 10. Ricky on that punt, fortunate maybe for West Virginia. They're even starting at the 10.
Yeah, to reach up and grab that ball in the rain when it's bouncing, that was a dangerous move. Probably saved 6 or 7 yards, but could have been a huge turnover for the Bears there.
So Garrett Green at quarterback in the shotgun. He'll give to Jaheim White. White counter up across the 15 to the 17-yard line. So a 7-yard run on first down. Again, West Virginia's second in the Big 12. They are 4th in the nation in rush offense, 233 yards per game. JJ, they'll lean heavily on that, no doubt tonight.
Oh yeah, especially John, with it's a little wet. This is West Virginia type weather, and you don't need to give them an excuse to run the ball.
Second down and 3 from the 17 for the Mountaineers. Tight ends shift in tight on either side. Green will hand it off again. White around the corner, 25, 30, watch out, 40, 50, the 40, and finally caught from behind and pulled down at the 31-yard line. A huge run by Jaheim White, the freshman from York, Pennsylvania, and showed some speed to get outside to that corner.
Yeah, John, I thought they did a good job setting the edge, but you know, Jaheim White is really quick. He's 5'7", 192. He jumps inside, then back outside. I thought Chateau Reed kind of got caught a little bit inside on the stunt they were bringing, and then all of a sudden he had to get chased down. But nevertheless, I mean, that Jaheim White really can go.
53-yard run. Devin Bobby tracked him down. And West Virginia has it 1st and 10 at the 30. Here's Green to the air, to the end zone. Wide open, back of the end zone, touchdown, West Virginia.
Well, that's a hard one right there, John. They just took a slot to the right of Garrett Green. This is the kind of pass game they do. The slot just gets up on the safety really quick. He just runs a deep post, and he runs right. He runs right by Devin Lemire, and I think Devin was expecting the backside safety to be there as well. And because the slot to the right of the offense, he just runs a post, and no one was probably within about 7, 8 to 10 yards of him. And it's just really a breakdown in coverage.
He was open. Back of the end zone. Traylon Ray with the catch, his second receiving touchdown of the season. That is a very efficient 90-yard touchdown drive by West Virginia for the first points of the night. Extra point kick is on the board by Michael Hayes. And with 5:55 to play in the first quarter, our new score, West Virginia 7, Baylor nothing. You're listening to Baylor Bear Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
No matter which road you take, the Toyota Tundra is the perfect way to navigate it. On your path, you're your own boss and set your own hours.
Look at that.
Okay, after this, just hold it till the end of the quarter. Oh, okay, thanks.
Whoa, that view. It's amazing.
Or in places where pastimes become stories that become legends.
I got one. I got one. It's a keeper. Hey, get a picture. No one's going to believe this.
And each day ends binge-watching stars and dreaming about all the things you'll do the next day.
You know what? I'm catching a bigger fish tomorrow.
Built to follow your path, the Toyota Tundra. This Texan knows how to sick 'em. Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com to check out the rugged Tundra today. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at Toyota.com for feature availability.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
For a limited time, get high-performance, ultra-reliable internet from Astound Broadband, starting as low as $25 per month. And now we have mobile, too. Visit astound.com to order the #1 rated internet. Create the perfect plan with fast speeds to meet all your needs, plus get a 2-year price lock when you upgrade to award-winning gig internet. No contracts, no hidden monthly fees, and no data caps. Switch today. Head to astound.com or call 1-800-4ASTOUND. Restrictions apply. See website for details.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Thanks to HEB, longtime great partner with Baylor Athletics. How about a 3-play, 90-yard scoring drive by West Virginia, minute 24 off the clock. Had the 53-yard run, and then the touchdown covered 30 yards. They made it look easy. 3 plays, 90 yards for the score. 7-0 West Virginia up on Baylor.
Yeah, it's just a good design by West Virginia to isolate their slot receiver on Baylor safeties as they were playing zone, and there was a busted coverage in there. And I'm sure that coach is talking to Devin Lemire and Devin Bobby about that.
Dawson Pendergrass back deep for the Bears. Sure-handed. Takes it in at the 9-yard line. Runs it out to the 10, to the 20, to the 25, and Gang tackled about the 28-yard line. Nice return there by the freshman, Dawson Pendergrass. Bears have the ball back now, trailing 7-0, 5:47 on the clock in the first quarter.
This is where we've had a little trouble here, is when a team strikes us, having the ability to come back, or at least immediately cover that score. We've done it on a few occasions, but not enough. So now with Sawyer in the game, and now you don't have Blake, you know, you really need, Coach Grimes really needs this running game to find a few creases to settle it down a little bit.
Sawyer Robertson heads back out there at quarterback for the Bears. Dominic Richardson in the backfield. Robertson sticks it in the gut of Dominic Richardson across the 30 out to the 32. 3-yard gain on the first down carry by Dominic Richardson. Junior out of Oklahoma City, had his first career receiving touchdown last week. in the game at TCU. That was the first touchdown for Dominique in a Baylor uniform.
Yeah, I was glad to see that for him. And now with the Baylor's they're going to come out in a 3-receiver set. Put Monterey in the slot to see if they can get Monterey probably hooked up against the safety, sort of like West Virginia did.
Robertson in the shotgun. Richardson behind him in the pistol. Hand it off again. Makes a cut. He's out to the 35 and pushes the pile forward. I think he may be about a yard short depending on the spot, but pretty good inertia moving forward for Dominic Richardson.
Yeah, what you like to see is there's no immediate penetration. And that's what I always look for. Is, you know, if you don't have penetration, then the running back has a chance because the guys, the linemen stay engaged. Maybe they can work up to the second level, and then the running back's responsibility is to run through a few hand tackles. 3rd down and 1 here.
3rd and short, Robertson under center. He's behind his center, Colton Price. There's double tight end sight. Pendergrass in the backfield. Robertson won't hand it off. He is rolling right. He's still got the ball, and he's tripped up for a loss. On 3rd and 1, Baylor loses a couple of yards there. Sawyer Robertson was looking for somebody to throw the ball to and got tripped up for a loss.
Well, we've run that play quite a bit, and it's actually a throwback to the wide he's bootlegging out to the right. He wants to throw it back right to left. Because you notice he didn't have anybody out there in front of him to where he could at least dump the ball off that at least would hold that defender. But there was immediate pressure by number 10 for West Virginia, Jared Bartlett, and he had to try to keep it and make something out of nothing, and it just wasn't there.
Bears on 4th and 3 will punt it away. Palmer Williams boots it away. This time Preston Fox. Ricky opts for the fair catch after what happened last time. And he takes the ball in at the 16-yard line. Mountaineers will have the ball. 2 punts tonight by Palmer Williams, 50 on his first effort, 48 on that one, no return on either one. So the Mountaineers will have the ball back. They've got it at the 16-yard line, leading Baylor 7-0 in the first quarter. They're stymied there on that possession. But again, first downs this year brought to you by Belfour, where they restore more than property. And Belfour donating $10 per Baylor first down to Waco first responders. Thanks to Belfour for supporting first responders.
But y'all look at these stats. You know, West Virginia, after that 90-yard drive, is outgaining Baylor 105-28. And the interesting thing is Baylor has 0 passing yards, so they figured out a way to run the ball, especially with Sawyer Robertson using his feet. But eventually, Coach is going to have to find a threat in the passing game to open up the running game. So, you know, I think both quarterbacks are at play today, and Sawyer has to find something that he can get him comfortable with because he ultimately is going to have to complete some passes.
Well, I got a final from Stillwater. Oklahoma State had to go to overtime, but they win over BYU tonight. 40-34, the final score in probably double overtime there.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, but Oklahoma State will advance to the Big 12 championship game next Saturday. Cowboys and Longhorns from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. What do you think about that?
Well, I guess if you're Big 12, they have Cowboys and Longhorns. That makes sense, doesn't it? I guess.
It does.
But I'll tell you, I mean, you know, we talked about this off air. I'm glad. I have to be honest. I thought Texas OU would be a better game, potentially. I may be wrong. But I'm glad it's not Oklahoma and Texas.
Right, right.
So Oklahoma State, I hope they go there and play well.
Understandable. Oklahoma State was there 2 years ago. Baylor beat them on that great play down to the wire. 4th down stop by Jaron McVay. Play that will live forever in Baylor football history. So the Cowboys and the Longhorns for the Big 12 championship next Saturday in Arlington.
Well, think about it. I mean, if you're a Cowpoke fan, this is the way to go out, right? You beat them in Bedlam. Then you keep them from going to the championship game.
That's exactly right. You're right. Because if Oklahoma State had lost tonight, Oklahoma would have gone. That's a good point. That may be as satisfying, more satisfying than going to the championship game. All right, here's West Virginia. They'll begin at their own 16-yard line. C.J. Donaldson in the backfield, 6'1", 238-pound sophomore from Miami. Garrett Green is the quarterback. Green, the junior from Tallahassee. 3-player switch from the left side, from the right side to the left side. The man comes back in motion. Hand off to Donaldson. Looks for room. Hunting, pecking, looking for room. Now darts forward. He's out to the 22. Devin Bobby makes the tackle, but a 6-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, that's a run there. We've seen that quite a bit this year where teams get engaged with our defensive linemen, and we're just not to the point where we're getting off tackles, and running backs just prod. They just assess where the crease will create, and all of a sudden the run that looks like it's going to be a 2 or 3 yard run is now a 6-yard run. And I think we're short first down, but yeah, second down and 3.
Big Zach Frazier, the center for West Virginia, from Fairmont, West Virginia. Here's the second down play. Hand off again.
Plays up. Yeah, appreciate that.
Officials' mic is on. Close to a first down, about a yard short. They'll spot it down at the 25. So here's 3rd and 1 coming up for West Virginia. Mountaineers are 1 for 2 on 3rd downs tonight.
It's interesting because I think West Virginia, because they have the ability for the quarterback to run, I think he'll be judicious tonight in how he runs, especially if it's kind of cold, wet day. And they really feel like with those 2 running backs, they have a good mix.
Jaheim White is in the backfield, 3rd and less than a yard. Give to White. He's got the first down. Across the 30, Chateau Reed makes the tackle at the 32. So 3rd and short, plenty. On the run up the middle by Jaheim White for a first down for West Virginia.
Now we can see Coach is going to bring out Bryce Jackson, put in Carl Williams the 4th. Going to put a cornerback on that slot receiver, kind of help with the coverage component of it as they come in a 2-by-2 set.
First and 10 from the 32 for the Mountaineers. Green fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself, running right. He's into the secondary and down at the 47-yard line. Devin Bobby made the tackle. Boy, that was a gaping hole that Garrett Green ran through.
Yeah, you had Matt Jones and you had Devin Lemire both take the tight end. And when they did that, Garrett Green read it, and he just took off running, and those guys blew their assignment. And that looks like it's going to be a false start penalty on West Virginia. They try to speed it up a little bit there, John, but they both took the same receiver. Here we go.
False start. Offense. All 11 players were not set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
They both took Cole Taylor, who's actually the leading receiver for West Virginia. And when that happened, Matt Jones overruns it. Devin Lemire goes with the tight end, and I think that's probably Devin's responsibility. That gaping hole opened up because Matt Jones wasn't there. And Garrett Green, you don't really have to tell him to run, especially if he sees a wide open gaping hole and he makes that first down. First and 15.
15-yard run on that last play. Now 1st and 15 for West Virginia after the penalty. They're at their own 42-yard line. Green will hand it off to White, looking for the corner, gets around the corner again. Byron Vaughns finally catches up with him and pushes him out of bounds. Ricky Thompson, we saw that earlier on a 53-yard run.
Yeah, guys, we did, and I thought 3 Baylor Bears had a chance to take away outside leverage on that play, yet the running back was able to get outside. No excuse on that one. You had 3 guys out there that could have made that stop.
And here's a quick snap and a pass to the end zone, and it's incomplete, but a flag down in the defensive secondary.
Yeah, it's going to be pass interference on Caden Jenkins. Got a little too handsy there, John.
Marker down. Prior to the pass, holding, number 19, defense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Yeah, just a little play action pass as this clock winds down. I think that's incomplete pass, it'll stop. But John, they had Caden. I thought Caden Jenkins was not in bad position, but he panicked just a little bit, grabbed the jersey, and as a result, he grabs, and that's holding. And I guess the field judge, I was like, y'all need to get off the field. What are you doing?
West Virginia had a player banged up a little bit. Brandon Yates, the right guard, he's helped off to the far side. 22 seconds in the quarter, 7-0. West Virginia leads Baylor. With the penalty, Mountaineers have a first down at the Baylor 23.
Threatening again here, John, and this is where you just got to have somebody make a play. And this is a running team, so it's going to be hard, but creating a fumble, something.
Snap back to Garrett Green, swings it out the left side. That one is caught, not much room to run after the catch, out of bounds at the 20.
Yeah, coach is having a hard time finding a corner out there he's gonna have out. That was Reggie Bush, number 22 on that one. He had outside, he had the receiver pinned inside. He was getting blocked, but he just let the receiver get outside instead of getting him to the ground. And And that's about the second quarterback. Coach is searching for someone who's going to, as the clock winds down to 0, John, the end of the first quarter. Trying to find
This is the end of the first quarter.
Force the ball back inside to the pursuit from the defense inside out.
Well, statistically, West Virginia dominated that first quarter, 164 yards to Baylor's 28. On the scoreboard, a 7-0 West Virginia lead over Baylor as we move to the second quarter. Rainy Waco, Texas on this Saturday night. Our coverage continues after this word from your local station.
Don't miss out on our biggest deals of the year during the Black Friday sales event at Allen Samuels in Waco. Experience the adventure, style, and comfort of the new 2023 Jeep lineup, including the Grand Cherokee, Grand Cherokee L, Renegade, Gladiator, Wrangler, and the Wrangler 4xe. Jeep SUVs are known for their versatility from daily commuting to outdoor adventures. Hurry in and take advantage of these Black Friday deals today and start your Jeep adventure. Shop our great selections of new inventory in-store or online at AllenSamuelsDCJ.com.
Baylor alumni are more than 160,000 strong. When we all join hands to support our university, we don't just move the needle, we move mountains. Working together, we create life-changing opportunities for students on the field, in the classroom, in the laboratory, and in life for generations to come. So get connected, get involved. Learn how at baylor.edu/alumni.
If you need a trailer, Flat Rock Trailers has got you covered. From light-duty single-axle utility trailers to the Big Tex tandem duals. We also carry a full line of enclosed cargo trailers. Need a motorcycle trailer? We've got them. Need a dump trailer? We've got the largest selection in the state. Oil field trailers? We carry a full line of Big Tex trailers to handle all your needs. Trailer repairs? We repair all makes and models. We'll even rent you a trailer if you need to use one for a day. Flat Rock Trailers, your #1 source for all your trailer needs. Find us at flatrocktrailers.com.
Come see why Green Eye Associates is voted best in Waco year after year. Enjoy exceptional service and care from Dr. Leanne Green alongside her dedicated optometrist and staff. Receive trustworthy insights on your eye health. Enjoy the impressive variety of contacts and eyewear and work with the most experienced optical team in Waco. Don't miss the new state-of-the-art dry eye therapies that rejuvenate the eyes and face with safe, non-invasive treatments to restore comfort and quality of life. Green Eye Associates, official optometrist of Baylor Athletics.
You're listening to Baylor Football. Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Second quarter, JJ, about some of the stats through the first 15 minutes.
Well, John, we're about to start. We'll go through them, but the big stat is, of course, 7-0, but 164 yards for this West Virginia offense. Only 28 for Baylor. No passing yards.
Wow. West Virginia has it 2nd down and 6 from the Baylor 20-yard line. Now traveling right to left as we move to the second quarter. Garrett Green, the quarterback in the shotgun. Back splits out of the backfield, sets up on the left side. Green to throw over the middle, a little bit high, incomplete. A dive at the ball, looking for an interception was Devin Lemire, but it's incomplete. It'll be a 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Well, John,
let's go down to Ricky Thompson.
Well, I tell you what, Taylor went up and got a hand on that ball, the tight end for West Virginia. That probably saved an interception because it was going to be an overthrow and an interception by Bobby in the secondary, but he got a hand on it, still almost picked off as it fell to the ground around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, good call there, Rick. Incompletion, 3rd down and 6 for the Mountaineers. Green fakes the handoff, he keeps it, and nothing doing. He's down at the 20-yard line. No gain on the play. Matt Jones, the senior linebacker, gets up off the bottom of the pile. West Virginia looking at 4th down and 6. And they'll bring their kicker in to kick here, looking to add to their 7-0 lead.
Yeah, it's a good play by Matt and Byron Bonds. Byron Bonds did a good job of holding position and then getting to the lower body of Garrett Green. Now West Virginia is going to attempt here a 38-yard field goal.
Michael Hayes is the kicker. 1 for 1, between 30 and 39 yards on the year. This one with a heavy wet ball. It is good. A 38-yarder by the kicker, Michael Hayes. And Mountaineers do add to their lead. 14-10 on the clock. Second quarter. Our new score, West Virginia 10, Baylor nothing. Take a timeout and be right back on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
For a limited time, get high-performance, ultra-reliable internet from Astound Broadband, starting as low as $25 per month. And now we have mobile, too. Visit astound.com to order the #1 rated internet. Create the perfect plan with fast speeds to meet all your needs, plus get a 2-year price lock when you upgrade to award-winning gig internet. No contracts, no hidden monthly fees, and no data caps. Switch today. Head to astound.com or call 1-800-4ASTOUND. Restrictions apply. See website for details.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in-network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
This is Cole Posey with Baylor Baseball, and this is my story. When I walk away from Baylor, I know I will be a more well-rounded individual. Not only am I getting a top-tier athletic experience, I'm also getting top-tier training and character development. The ability to compete at the highest level, to be challenged spiritually, and to be pushed academically are unique things that no other university but Baylor can offer. My name is Cole Posey, and this is my Champions Tribune.
Read more Champions Tribune at BaylorBears.com.
It's tip-off time on the Brazos. Baylor basketball is back, and single-game tickets at all Farrell Center games are on sale now. Get your seat for an exciting final season at the Farrell as your Baylor Bears take on non-conference play to close out 2023. The Baylor family can get their single-game tickets at BaylorBears.com/tickets. Don't miss your last chance to watch Baylor basketball in the Farrell Center. Get your tickets today.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Pizza Hut and Baylor have partnered to bring you the Book It Bear program. We're rewarding students with a free personal pan pizza for reaching individual reading goals. Learn more at bookitprogram.com and read like a bear with Pizza Hut. 9-play, 64-yard drive by West Virginia, 4:24 off the clock. Ended with a 38-yard field goal by Michael Hayes for the Mountaineers. Puts them up 10-0. We're 50 seconds into the second quarter.
Yeah, response here, John, is really much needed, and I think Coach will keep both quarterbacks open. He's got to find a way to throw this ball.
Richard Reese back deep, takes it at the 5, out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, around the corner to the 30, the 40, the 50. Richard Reese, look at him go! 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Well, that's what the gas we needed, John. And Ricky, I'm not sure if you were right there, but once he broke to the right, really, there was no one over there.
Well, he did. He made a good cut. He went between 2 West Virginia defenders. They watched him split them, and once he did that, there was nobody back there. He had a couple of good blocks there up front. Richard Reese, remember, this guy's, they've timed him at 22 miles an hour. We've looked for him to get the ball. That's one way to get it to him, is on a kickoff return.
Man, oh man, how about that? Beautiful return by Richard Reese. Here's the extra point kick. Good. And it is good by Isaiah Hankins. Yeah, it was funny on the return as they neared the goal line. Bryson Jackson was running step for step with Richard Reese. Gave him a high five before he crossed the goal line. Be careful there. You got to get across the goal line first.
Exactly. That's what I was looking at, to make sure he held onto the ball, and Reese did. But Bryson Jackson, one of those Mansfield guys. They can run down there.
He was running with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's exact. I mean, that's when your quarterback is out, you just need something. And I think Ricky, what I like, and I've talked about, like, we just got to find a way to get speed the ball and let the chips fall with their man. It's good to see him put him back there and he gets a big play.
Well, yeah, absolutely. He's one of the guys that can really run on this football team. You've got to get him the ball. That's right, JJ. Even offensively, figure out a way to get it to him. Pitch, reverse, anything. You know he can't run inside because he's a small guy, and this offensive line has struggled. But like I said, kickoff's one way to do it, and that's not what West Virginia was looking for there, guys.
So the Bears are on the board. First score of the night for the Bears, brought to you by First Place Foods, Huns, Pickles, and Relish, proud sponsors of Baylor Bear Athletics. That's a darn good pickle. Available at restaurants and food service outlets throughout the Southwest. Also look for Huns, Pickles, and Relish at select grocers throughout North Texas. Kickoff by Baylor. Preston Fox brings it out from the 3. Tries to cut and slips down at the 18-yard line. Another sign of the wet turf here at McLean Stadium. For the Bears with a bit of momentum, they've closed within 10-7 on an electric 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Richard Reese.
Well, it's good when you can score, not run an offensive play, because Baylor 29 plays for 28 yards, so West Virginia's 15 for 164 in that first quarter. And Richard Reese, that return unit, post 95 yards in one play. And now this is where you want to play complementary football. And you ask his defense here, hey, we got to get them off the field, and the 3 and out would be perfect.
West Virginia begins from their own 18. Green claps his hands, takes the snap, hands the ball off to White around the right side. White is out there to the 27. That's a 9-yard gain on first down by Jaheim White.
Yeah, we're just not setting the edge on that side, and that lets Jaheim White get outside. You had T.J. Franklin on that side, and the outside he had his star come say something to him, and I'm not sure if he was telling him, hey, I'm going to play coverage or if I'm going to be on the edge, but T.J. Franklin didn't set that edge, and the ball got outside. Now it's 2nd and 1.
Red Green, the quarterback, 5 of 7, 55 yards and a touchdown here early, first half. Hands the ball off to White again. Watch out. Breaks for the outside. Bryson Jackson right there with him. Pushes him out of bounds, but it is a first down on the run by Jaheim White.
And that's once you have that tight end on that side behind that tackle, and they hit Garmin Randolph. And Garmin Randolph, once again, just doesn't set a very firm edge. And when you say set a firm edge, this means the end man on the line of scrimmage is responsible for number 1, not getting widened too far, but not letting that guy hook him and make him go back inside. And West Virginia got a first down there on 2 plays that got him to the edge.
First and 10 at their own 32. Green takes the snap. Rolls right. Looking to throw. Downfield. It is incomplete and nearly intercepted by Bryson Jackson. Boy, he played that well and almost had the pick. Bryson Jackson playing his 60th career game today here at Baylor. Think about that. 60 games.
Wow.
Second only to Tristan Ebner, who played 61. But Bryson Jackson nearly had a memorable interception on senior night right there.
Yeah, that's a throwback, and Bryson's great job. Garrett didn't account for him because he was playing zone away from him. And he goes from under, and he backs up, and gets his hand on that ball.
2nd and 10 for the Mountaineers from their own 32-yard line. Green takes the snap, gives to Donaldson. Donaldson off the left side. And riding him down to the turf is Bryson Jackson again, a 6-yard pickup out to the 38.
Yeah, that's a good run. Senior Johnson, good job of just probing. And that 2nd and 10 now turns into a manageable 3rd and 4 here. Now this allows West Virginia to open up their whole playbook. They can do a little zone play. They can do an RPO or run pass option off of a zone play. They can spread you out and have Garrett Green with the ability to run it. Here we go.
They're down at 4 for the Mountaineers from their own 38, leading 10-7 over the Bears. Green looks left, comes back right, going deep down the right sideline. Pass is caught. Yes. Big gainer on that 3rd and 4 play. Down the right sideline to Hudson Clement, a redshirt freshman from Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Yeah, well, Baylor's really kind of struggling on the edge a little bit. I thought that was decent coverage. And Hudson Clement, 13 catches on the year, made a good play.
36 on the play. Quick snap. Pass down the line. Short gain on this one. About 3 yards inside the 25 to the 23.
Yeah, West Virginia's showing that's what a lot of running football teams will do. They're going to take shots deep. They're going to run, try to get your safeties up a little bit, let those corners fall asleep. And I'm not going to say Chateau Reed fell asleep there, but I think he probably was anticipating another run play, and it's just a great play by Hudson Clement to bring that ball down. Now it's 2nd down and 6, and you think this here is a run play to get him to a manageable 3rd down.
3 players move from the right side to the left. Comes set there. White in the backfield. Man in motion back left to right. Garrett Green to keep. Running right. Got a block in front of him. Watch out. Garrett Green will run it in for the touchdown. 23-yard touchdown run by quarterback Garrett Green. And the Mountaineers go up 16-7 on the Bears with 10:28 to play here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's once again, John, that's a play. It's a good setup. They brought three guys right to left and kind of showed you the heavy formation into the boundary. Then they move quick motion to the right. Then they hook T.J. Franklin once again. They hook him. And then, of course, Devin Bobby gets caught inside as well. So it was just an easy jaunt.
Michael Hayes for the extra point kick. It is up and it is good through the goalpost north end of McLean Stadium. And West Virginia goes 82 yards in 7 plays, 3:27 off the clock. Our new score with 10:28 to play in the second quarter. West Virginia 17, Baylor 7. Timeout on the field. We're back after this word from Toyota.
No matter which road you take, the Toyota
right back, John,
is the perfect way to navigate it. On your path, you're your own boss and set your own hours.
Look at that sunrise.
You may find yourself in some pretty remote places.
Whoa, that view. It's amazing.
Or in places where pastimes become stories that become legends.
I got one. It's a keeper. Hey, get a picture. No one's gonna believe this.
And each day ends binge watching stars and dreaming about all the things you'll do the next day.
You know what? I'm catching a bigger fish tomorrow.
Built to follow your path, the Toyota Tundra. This Texan knows how to sick 'em. Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com to check out the rugged Tundra today. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at Toyota.com for feature availability.
Come see why Green Eye Associates is voted best in Waco year after year. Enjoy exceptional service and care from Dr. Leanne Green alongside her dedicated optometrist and staff. Receive trustworthy insights on your eye health. Enjoy the impressive variety of contacts and eyewear and work with the most experienced optical team in Waco. Don't miss the new
ID out, John.
eye therapies that rejuvenate the eyes and face with safe, invasive treatments to restore comfort and quality of life. Green Eye Associates, official optometrist of Baylor Athletics.
Ask for Kasasa Checking. It's our superpower. First Central Credit Union pays 5% APY on your checking account. There's no penalty in this game. Get great returns while having complete access to your cash. Get in motion with First Central's Reward Checking that refunds ATM fees nationwide. Enjoy an automatic savings feature that pays you too. It's a snap to apply online at firstcentralcu.com.
Everything we do for you.
Eligibility and qualifications apply. APY annual percentage yield. Member NCUA.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
So let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
Michael Hayes to kick it off from right to left for the Mountaineers. Richard Reese comes up, takes it at the 7, to the 20, through a hole at the 30, to the 40. Can he do it again? Lightning strikes twice. Richard Reese all the way. Back-to-back kickoff returns for a touchdown by Richard Reese. Wow!
John, you would figure after the last play that they would not kick it to him. And Ricky, it looks like they kicked it straight to him, and they didn't try any directional kick, and he does it again.
Well, they kicked it straight to him, and he went exactly through the same hole he went through last time. The only thing different is Bryson Jackson wasn't there to high-five him as he crossed the goal line. But you've got a team with 28 total yards and 2 touchdowns, both on kickoff returns.
And in the ball game, because of those 2 plays on special teams, Isaiah Hankins adds the extra point. A 95-yard kickoff return followed by a 93-yard kickoff return, both by Richard Reese. And that's the entirety of Baylor's points tonight, trailing 17-14 with 10:16 to play in the second quarter.
Some would ask, where has he been?
Yeah.
Some would ask.
Oh, Richard Reese, welcome back.
You ain't kidding. But, John, I mean, like we talked about, man, I saw the lineup, and they actually put the ball on the right hash the first time, which was the far hash away from the press box. And Richard Reese was on that side, and this time they put it on the near hash to the press box where we are, near to the home side. And Richard Reese flips to this side, and they kick it to him. I thought for sure with a right-hand kicker, he was going to punch it back away from Richard Reese into Michael Allen. But he kicked it to him, and he kicked it short. I mean, it landed at, what, the 3-yard line?
Well, it must have been the 7.
7-yard line?
Yeah,
okay, there you go. It was a really short kick, so I don't think they'll do that again.
Man, oh, man, how about that? Exciting plays by Richard Reese. The Bears are in the game because of that. 17-14, West Virginia leads.
Well, the only bad thing about that, John, now is that the defense really hadn't been able, West Virginia's done a good job of generating offense, 24 plays, 246 yards. It gives you a little energy because you got points and it's a game, but they played quite a few snaps here. West Virginia's, really gotten what they want. See if they can stand up here.
Here's Jack Stone to kick it off for the Bears. Boots it away. Preston Fox takes it at the 4 on the near hash. He's out to the 20 and down on the ground at the 23-yard line. Word from Baylor Athletic Media Relations, first double kicks return since Treston Ebner in 2020. Remember, he had 2 against Kansas. First ever back-to-back kickoff returns for touchdowns in Baylor history. First time it's ever happened.
Wow, I'll tell you, that's good company. Treston Ebner.
Ebner made plays in special teams, didn't he?
He sure did. And right now, what you need is plays from your defense. And really, the big thing for this Baylor defense and Coach Rand and Coach Powell, you got to set an edge. You got to make these guys run between the tackles and keep them off the edge. Because every time you go to the edge, it's 7, 8 yards.
West Virginia from their own 22. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Garrett Green, quarterback draw up the middle. He's got room. Garrett Green to the 30, the 40, and out of bounds on the near sideline at the 47-yard line. 21-yard run on first down by Garrett Green.
Well, what they did is they flexed out the running back, and they knew once you do that, that takes that outside linebacker out. And I think the plug has to be Devin Bobby or Devin Lemire. I think it's Devin Bobby, the safety, has to come down. The adjustment has to be him coming down and the other safety rolling over because they just run this basically a quarterback counter, and there's no one there because the outside linebacker's outside.
Get a 25-yard run to the 47, handoff on first down. Short gain to the left side. That's by C.J. Donaldson. 5-yard gain to the Baylor 47.
Yeah, right now Baylor has to find something. West Virginia, they're already at 177. That's maybe before that was added, over 180 yards of rushing if they add that one. But Coach Miranda and Coach Powell, they have to find something. I don't know if it's put people in the box or what it may be, but West Virginia, once again, is going to come back to the same play, move the running back out, and maybe a quarterback count.
Here we go, snap back to Green. He's going to run it again. Ooh, Baylor with penetration. Slows him down, but he breaks out of an ankle tackle and runs it forward for a first down to the 42. Who was that was in there?
That was Gabe Hall. I mean, Gabe Hall did a great job of getting there, getting on his leg. He just couldn't hold him. And that should have been what we've seen that. It should have been maybe a 3-yard loss. Turns into him breaking a tackle, getting out of that what I call a tackle. He's on his leg, and then he couldn't tackle. I'm sorry, it's Byron Vaughns. Byron Vaughns was in there, and Byron Vaughns couldn't get him down.
So a first down for West Virginia there at the Baylor 42-yard line. Leading 17-14, second quarter. Green looking to throw. Going deep. Right side. Reach up, and the grab is made. A nice catch at the Baylor 23-yard line.
That's going to be
Cole Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, 6'7", 250. And John, what they did is they just run a corner route where they get it matched up by the formation against Matt Jones. Matt Jones has to trail underneath. And really what needs to happen there is that cornerback that's on that outside zone has to sink. And they were really close to take away that corner route. Yeah, that's a good throw by Garrett Green.
First down at the Baylor 23. West Virginia picking up yardage in big chunks. Leading Baylor 17-14. Green hands the ball off. Left side. Couple of yards to the 21. Donaldson with the carry.
Yeah, that's the way you set an edge there. I mean, that right there, you had Baylor had Devin Lemire down, so they added a safety to the box. But when you set the edge, what you do, that means you compress it. You reduce the number of gaps that they can cut back in because the edge is set, and then all the defense is coming inside out. If you let that guy get outside, then he's away from all your defensive players. But that's a good job setting the edge. 2nd down and 8.
From the Baylor 21-yard line. White in the backfield. Green will give the ball to White. Running right, cuts upfield. He's inside the 20, spilled at about the 18. 3-yard gain on that play. Here's an Alliance Bank call to the sidelines to Ricky Thompson.
Guys, big play here, 3rd, 6, 3rd and 7. You got 6:45 to go in the half. You need to force a kick here from West Virginia. If so, they're only up by 6 with 6:45 to go. Got to get the ball in this offensive hands unless you want to return 3 kickoffs in a row for a touchdown.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
They don't count him short. Timeout on the field. Player down for West Virginia. That is Jaheim White. So he's being attended to. They'll take a full timeout, and we'll take it with 6:45 to play. 2nd quarter. West Virginia leads Baylor 17-14. We're back after this on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Everything we do for you.
Okay, and the next one will be the
And says it's game on. Lower your monthly
Yes, sir.
payments by refinancing your vehicle with First Central. Make it a winning season with refinancing set to your preferences. You decide the due date and frequency. Financed elsewhere? Save money with a new local game plan. Apply online today. We make it easy to score at firstcentralcu.com.
Membership and loan policy requirements apply. Member NCUA.
This is Coach Nikki Collin with a reminder that the start of the Baylor women's basketball season is right around the corner, and we need you to reach our goals this season. We have an exciting team with some outstanding returning players and dynamic newcomers. We hope to see you in the Farrell Center to start the season, then moving to the brand new Foster Pavilion beginning in January. Thank you for your support, and Sic 'em Bears.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Jeff Haas Mazda and the Baylor Bears both know what it takes to be number one. Hard work, determination, commitment. The number one Mazda dealer in Texas, Jeff Haas Mazda, is inviting all the Baylor Bear fans listening to visit us for hard-hitting deals on every new Mazda in stock, with fresh inventory hitting the ground daily. And every new Mazda comes with our Jeff Haas Advantage plan. Plus, your trade is now worth more than ever. We're buying all makes and models. Get our best cash offer in minutes. Jeff Haas Mazda on the Katy Freeway.
Number one based on 2021 sales and stock volume in the Gulf region.
You're listening to Baylor Football on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
To play, 2nd quarter, 17-14. Mountaineers lead the Bears. They were glad to have visiting our booth, our final group experience of the year. Cody Carbajal and Erica Carbajal and Ian Carbajal. Barbara Carbajal and Callie Fichter are with us in the booth. So welcome to them. Great to have you with us here in the booth. Nice little overalls there on the youngest Carbajal. Here we go. 3rd down and 6 for West Virginia. Garrett Green stacked up, pushed backwards. 3rd down and 6 play. Maybe a yard at the most on that play. That was the entire Baylor defensive front that stood up. And that'll bring up a 4th down for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, that's a little Jets. I wasn't sure because you had, I think, C.J. Donaldson Jr. was going left to right, and I thought it should have been read by Garrett Green. And as he put the ball in his belly, it looked like he pulled it a little quicker than C.J. Donaldson. Looked like he got to the edge, but Garrett Green wanted to run it, and they shut him down. Now it's going to force West Virginia to attempt a 36-yard field goal attempt.
Michael Hayes is hit from 38 tonight. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good by Michael Hayes. And the Mountaineers add to their lead, but it's 3, not 7. With 5:44 to play in the 2nd quarter, our new score, West Virginia 20, Baylor 14. Don't leave your seats. A West Virginia kickoff is coming up with Richard Reese back deep for the Bears.
When your quarterback is out and it's a little rainy and you're trying to find some offense, it's nothing like being able.
West Virginia number 13 is wearing jersey 81.
It's nothing like being able to get a lift from your special teams. Now I would be shocked if they don't squib this, or at least at a very minimum keep it away from Richard Reese after 2 consecutive 90-plus yard kickoff returns for touchdown.
No question. They were brought to you in part by Baylor Scott & White, the official healthcare provider of Baylor Athletics. And by Pepsi. Hey, Bears fans, this football season, make Pepsi your go-to game day drink because it's the only drink for football watching. Pepsi, that's what I like. Proud partner of Baylor Bears football. And the 2023 Baylor football season presented by HEB. All right, Richard Reese, the only man back deep, stands at his own 4. Kick is away. It's on the ground. Is that Reese? He does pick it up off the ground.
Good tackle.
And he's out to the 28-yard line and stopped there. So they kick it on the ground, not in the air, but Reese does end up with the ball in his hands. Not a bad return there. Bears have the ball back. 5:36 to play before halftime. Baylor trailing West Virginia 20-14.
Now, I know if Coach Grimes had his druthers here with 5:36 and counting, he would want to at least just get that first down, because that really starts shrinking the first half, and Baylor gets the ball after the break. So the big thing here for Sawyer, he's got to find a pass that he can complete, because his defense is starting to compress on the Baylor run game.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 28 for the Bears. Sawyer Robertson looking to throw. First pass of the night. It is complete. Left sideline, out of bounds on the far sideline. First passing attempt tonight, complete to Jake Roberts. A big gain for the Bears to the West Virginia 35.
Nice easy pass for Sawyer Robertson. Really a one read. Jake Robertson to his right. He runs like kind of a deep post coming from right to left. He ends up in like what I would call the corner flag route territory on his left. But there was no one on him. The West Virginia defense lost him. Jake was wide open in the gap as they play zone. And nice throw, nice catch. And that gives him a little confidence now. Baylor's threatening here to close out this second quarter.
37-yard gain on the play. First pass attempt and completion of the night for Sawyer Robertson. Bears 1st and 10 at the 35. Back to the ground game. Handed off to Dominic Richardson. Spilled at the 33. 2-yard gain on the play. 4:40 and counting. Second quarter.
Yeah, this is very important for Sawyer. Now, Sawyer's got a lot of valuable experience at the beginning. He doesn't need to rush anything, to be honest with you. He just needs to make sure that if there's a pass, one read, 2 read, if he doesn't have it, he just has to be willing to run. He just don't want to put the ball at risk. They just need opportunity of points.
To Price, the center for the Bears. Sawyer Robertson in the shotgun. Dawson Pendergrass back in tailback position off to the right shoulder of Sawyer Robertson. Gets the handoff. Pendergrass running left and pulled down at the 32. 1-yard gain on the play will leave Baylor 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, it's just counting. Baylor had a 3-by-1 set tight end. I think there's Jake Roberts out to the left, trying to see if they can get that linebacker out. And I thought Dawson Pendergrass probably should have cut up inside. It was 2nd and 8. He just needs about 3 or 4 yards. He tries to bounce it. They're limiting him to here about a yard gain. So now it's 3rd and 7. Baylor's 1 of 3 on 3rd downs. Hadn't seen many. This is where you want Sawyer to be able to use those legs as he spread this defense out.
Empty backfield. Sawyer Robertson swings it out to Pendergrass, right side. Inside the 30 to the 25 to the 24, and that's a 1st down. Jonah Burton got a nice block that allowed Dawson Pendergrass to get just enough for a 1st down for the Bears. 1st downs brought to you by Belfour, where they restore more than property.
Yeah, huge 1st down there. I mean, Jonah Burton, as you mentioned, that's just a swing pass. That's just another way. It was almost like a run play to Dawson. Dawson goes out to his right. He just swings the ball out to him. Jonah Burton has to get that block, and he does, and Baylor picks up that 1st down.
So 1st and 10 at the 24 now for the Bears, trailing 20-14. Under 3 minutes to play, second quarter. Robertson pressured in the backfield, rolls right. Now down he goes, slung down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's a young quarterback mistake there, John, right there. He he had players on the right side, but, you know, it's 1st down and 10, and he has opportunity. He made one guy miss, but then at the very end, as he tries to escape another one, I'm trying to get the number. Mr. Bartlett, Jared Bartlett, who has 40 tackles, 2.5 sacks. He couldn't get away from it. Should have just threw it out of bounds and then run 2nd and 10. Instead, John, now it's 2nd and 17.
Ball back just outside the 30-yard line. 2nd and 17, as JJ said. Dominic Richardson in the backfield, gets the handoff, running left, he's down, and a flag is down as well.
Might be an area of a hole.
It doesn't look good, does it? Dominic Richardson, no gain on the play. The officials are talking.
Holding, number 79, offense. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
All right, that'll back the Bears up. Let's go down to Ricky.
Guys, this is where you go with a young quarterback. You've got 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Take a huge sack. Really probably could have thrown the ball away, JJ, just gotten rid of it. Go back and play at 2nd and 10. Now you're looking at 2nd and 27.
Virginia takes their first charge, timeout at the half. Timeout on the field.
From the 41-yard line, so now you're pushed back out of field goal range as well.
Yeah, 2 negative plays there, and Bears will be looking still at 2nd down, but it's 2nd and 27 coming up, following the sack and then a holding penalty. Well, Bears were moving the chains there. A couple of pass completions on the first passes tonight by Sawyer Robertson. Moving as a Bear, let Central Transportation Systems cage that bear and leave it to the professionals to handle all of your moving and storage needs. Whether you're moving to Dallas, Houston, or across the country, Central Transportation Systems can pack and move your home and give you the ultimate moving experience. Give them a call at 254-256-2577 or visit online at centralsystems.com/Baylor. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks, John. So as Ricky mentioned already, so now you got to think, what do we do? So right now, Sawyer has to know it's 2nd and 27. Baylor probably spread them out a little
Clock
bit.
operator, please reset the game clock to 2 minutes and 4 seconds, 2:04.
2:04. So they'll spread them out here. I think Sawyer's more comfortable in being spread. And then I think with Coach Bell, if he's talking to Coach Bell, his quarterback coach, or if it's Coach Grimes out there, you know, what they're really saying is, hey, look, on this first play, let's just get 5 to 7 yards. So this is what the first design play. If it gets more, that's fine. Maybe we try to get the ball out of his hand quickly. Maybe we try to find Dabney, who doesn't have any catches today. Try to find Dabney matched up against a linebacker, or maybe even one of the other tight ends, Kelsey Johnson or Jake Roberts. Get them matched up against somebody, because we just need to get back in field goal range. And then on 3rd down, we'll assess whether we can take a shot. So we'll see what they have dialed up here. But he has to know that, hey, I can't take a sack. And Coach may give me an opportunity for a 4th down if I can, you know, may even use my legs on this play.
So it's 20-14. West Virginia leads Baylor. Total offense very much weighted toward the Mountaineers. 308 yards of offense, 306 yards of offense. Baylor has 70 yards of offense. And how many of that 70 has come on this possession so far, right?
I know, because we started this drive on the 28.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Let me do a little math here quick. It's 22, right? Plus what, 9? Is that right? 22 plus 10.
That sounds good.
Yeah, 32 yards.
But after the sack and then the holding penalty, Bears looking at 2nd and 27. You got it?
Yeah, I'm with you. So now, right here, we got Dabney. Actually, I think it's Jake Schultz in here. Who's right to left. 3 receiver set.
Here's the play. 2nd down and 27. Baldwin in motion across the backfield. Pass underneath to Dawson Pendergrass. He's got some yards. He's inside the 35 to the 34.
West Virginia takes their 2nd charge, timeout at the half. 30 seconds in length.
Right.
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1 minute, 58 seconds.
So West Virginia using a couple of timeouts here. They think they can get the ball back. Minute 58 to go before halftime. Bears looking at 3rd down and
they haven't upset it. Yeah, they haven't reset it yet. It's about 20. I'm thinking it's going to be 3rd and 20. If I'm not mistaken, they got about the 7 yards. So this now really puts you on the edge of field goal range. And if you're Dawson, if I'm Coach Grimes, I'm thinking, not Dawson, but if I'm Sawyer, I'm just thinking, hey, Coach Brown, how can I use his legs to give him a run-pass option out of the pocket, and he either has something in front of him or he runs it, gets me about another 6, 7, 8 yards, and then we can maybe have a chance at a field goal attempt by Hankins here to close the gap. So, you know, right now he hadn't been as comfortable just sitting back in the pocket processing coverage. It's really been one-read stuff. So we'll see here what Coach has. Dawson Pendergrass is in with him. Jake Roberts, is with tight end. He has Monterey Baldwin, who doesn't have a catch today. Josh Cameron. And by himself over is Keytron Jackson. Keytron Jackson may have a little double coverage here as they show. On his top. Yeah, it's double with Keytron.
Here we go. 3rd down and 20. Sawyer Robertson. He's going to take off. It's muddy in the middle, but he runs right up the middle, gets to the 26-yard line.
West Virginia takes their 3rd and final charge time out of the half. 30 seconds in late.
All right, so Mountaineers blowing their allotment of timeouts right here, hoping to get the ball back, have some time with which to work. 4th down and 12 coming up for the Bears. They reach 4th down at the 26-yard line. Minute 51 on the clock.
Yeah, it's going to get you at about, what, John, a 43-yard field goal attempt, I'm thinking. 7 yards back from the line of scrimmage. Put you at the 30, 33, if I'm not mistaken.
It's doable. That's makeable.
And then that's 43, so hopefully Hankins can bang this through. And then in a game where you've been outgained 306 yards to 84 with a minute 51 left, you'd be within 3 points.
It'd be a 3-point game.
If this could be banged through here by Hankins.
Hankins trots out there. He's 17 of 22 kicking this year. His longest is a 54-yarder. Between the 40 and 49 yards out, he's 4 of 7. This would, as JJ said, be a 43-yarder kicking from left to right from the right hash. Snap. Kick is away. Hankins misses it. Pushed it off to the left side. Ricky, it looked like it had plenty of distance, just pushed it left.
Well, he did. It was well left. You could tell when that ball left his foot, it was not going to come inside the upright. That's a big miss there, guys. That would have put it, 20-17, a 3-point game. With those 3, your only offensive points of the night.
Yeah, you can tell there. I've seen Hankins hit them good, and when you see him, they jump. You know, that one it didn't jump off his foot, so it seems like I think, you know, maybe it's a little wet. He wanted to guide it, but nevertheless now, you know, you keep hearing the term complimentary football. What that says here is, hey, we didn't get it done with the special teams defense. We need to keep points off the board because we get the ball after half.
Right. Jeff Walter noticed the snap was a little bit low. Maybe that affected that field goal attempt as well. There's a run right up the middle. Running into the waiting arms of Gabe Hall. Gain of a yard to the 28-yard line. Again, no timeouts remaining for West Virginia. They used them all on defense. Yeah, 25 and counting.
Yeah, John, they're not they can be an explosive team, but it's mostly out play action. But you got to watch their quarterback as they go empty here.
Here's the play. Ooh. Pass over the middle, nearly intercepted. Holy cow! Would have been, I think, a pick 6 on that play. Devin Bobby had it bounce off his chest, incomplete.
John, he does a great job of reading that. I think they were trying to go to their big tight end, Cole Taylor. And Devin Bobby, you know, I've messed with him here because he didn't cover a couple, but right there he read that from jump. And I think he was already doing a celebration as part of the issue. That ball, Ricky, if it was something, it would have beat him up.
Yeah, that's right. He's probably got a bruise on his chest from where that ball hit him, but that's a tough catch when you're running right at it. But, boys, that would have put you up 21-20 with the extra point.
Blitz.
Here's 3rd down and 7. Pressure on Green. Passes away. It is incomplete, but there are flags.
Pass interference, number 21, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Let's go down to Ricky.
Yeah, guys, that was on Chateau Reed. No reason there, too. He really had good coverage. I don't know why he was holding on, but it was clearly pass interference. But just turn your head and make a play there when you've got that coverage because he was right on top of the receiver.
Yeah, John, I was about to say the same thing. But, I mean, on that shot, too, Reed is just confident to flip his head. And we've seen Caden Jenkins do it a couple times, grab, because I think maybe they're thinking another route. But now West Virginia's outside their 40 with a minute 7 count.
Well, that was 3rd and 7.
Yep,
An incompletion with no penalty would have brought up 4th down. Here's Green to throw again over the middle. It's caught. Big tight end again, stretches for the catch. Cole Taylor, big target, 6'7", 250-pound junior. And a gain to the Baylor 31-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Green throwing again over the middle, and it's caught inside the 15.
Yeah, all in breaking route, Sean. That's what the Baylor's bringing a little pressure. You know, really what I'm thinking is Baylor has to set inside the corners and have to set inside leverage, make him throw it fade outside. They're giving up inside breaking routes, and that's an easy throw for Garrett Green.
Preston Fox with the catch at the 12-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Green sliding left. Finally throws it away out the back of the end zone. Norman Randolph with some pressure on him. 39 seconds to go before halftime. Mountaineers threatening as the rain begins again at McLean Stadium. Threatening to add to their 20-14 lead.
Yeah, right here, now you just got to keep them out of the end zone from getting a touchdown. You're down 6. And really you got to make sure you watch Garrett Green's legs. And you got to watch their tight end. Tight end number Cole Taylor, number 87. He just caught the big ones to his right. They're matching him up against those linebackers and safeties.
2nd and 10 from the 12 for West Virginia. 39 seconds to go before halftime. Green, a lot of time in the pocket. Green is rolling right. Watch out. To the 10, to the 5. He dives for the end zone. He is short just outside the end zone at the 1. They'll spot it at the 1. There's 26 seconds to go before halftime.
And they don't, well, they do have, I thought they had timeouts. They used all their time.
They used all 3 of them, yeah.
So this has to be a pass play, you think.
Here's Green from the 1. Behind his back, into the end zone, touchdown. Garrett Green covers the final yard, and the Mountaineers use their timeouts on defense, give themselves some time to work with, and they punch it in for a score with 15 seconds to go before halftime.
Yeah, that right there is a depressing drive. You did have a 3rd and 7, then you get a PI on really pretty good coverage, and then right behind that you get Kloppenstein, the tight end, that really gets Cole Taylor gets free from you, and you also had an opportunity at a pick, and when you have those plays, you got to make them. And now 26-14, pinning this extra point.
Hayes adds the extra point, and with 15 seconds to go before halftime, our new score: West Virginia 27, Baylor 14. Well, that is discouraging. Baylor had a nice drive going. Remember the sack and then the holding penalty backed them up. They miss on a 43-yard field goal attempt. West Virginia with no timeouts left. Drive it down the field and punch it in. 7 plays, 74 yards. Took only a minute 31 off the clock here in the second quarter. And up their lead to 27-14 over the Bears.
Yeah, and that's just a snowball effect, John, because you got to think Baylor was down, like I say, down 14-20. They're driving. They have 1st and 10, and I forget what yard line they were on, but they had driven the ball 1st and 10 to inside, I think, about 25 or 30 of West Virginia. And I think there's only a couple minutes left, so they're looking really good. And then Sawyer makes the young quarterback mistake by taking the sack and not just throwing it away. So now you're at 2nd and 17 instead of 2nd and 10. Then you get the hold. So that's the kind of snowball effect we've seen. And instead of probably being within 3 or 6, now you're going to be down 13 going into half.
Here's the kick on the ground. A squibber picked up by one of the upbacks at the 20-yard line. Turned out across the 30, just shy of the 35. See who that was on the return for the Bears. Is that Kyler Jordan?
I think so, unless we have another one.
Yeah, 51. Yeah, Kyler Jordan with the return. Looked pretty good doing it.
Well, he returned it like a linebacker. You know, I mean.
But he wrapped up the ball.
He did. He wrapped it up, but he's supposed to, John, avoid guys. He ran right into somebody. He's like kill the man with the football is what he played like.
All right, Bears ball at the 32. Sawyer behind center. Looks like they may take a knee here. No, they won't. Hand the ball off to Dominic Richardson. Richardson 2 yards to the 34, and that'll be the final play of the second quarter. So the Bears have 2, count them, 2 touchdown returns on kickoffs for their points tonight. They trail West Virginia 27-14. Let's go down to Ricky with Coach Dave Aranda.
Coach had a promising drive down here offensively, had first down inside the 30-yard line, took the sack, then West Virginia drives back for the touchdown. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns have kept you in this game, though.
Yeah, I think, I know we're trying to win, and there's a lot of effort, and there's a lot of care factor. I think offensively, just what you described is what we've been battling throughout most of the year. We get some momentum going, then we create mistakes to move it back, and then we miss a field goal. Defensively, we had a ball in our hand that could have been pick six, and there's opportunities there. There's going to be more in this game, and we have to capitalize on them. I appreciate the fight, and I appreciate the care factor in it. We got to get the execution up the park.
Okay, Coach, thanks.
Ricky, thanks very much. Ricky Thompson with head coach Dave Aranda going in at halftime. It's brought to you by Alliance Bank. Alliance Bank, it's your bank. Halftime from Waco, our score, West Virginia 27, Baylor 14. Visit with Mike Garrick of Texas Farm Bureau Insurance when we come back at the half here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Are you looking for a new set of wheels?
I'll be back just a second, John.
Auto Financing offers fast, complete